let's set a quick scene, which is that each of you, all of our characters today, for reasons of their own, I'll just read out a bit of the initial kind of mission statement that I gave to our players, and I said, life in Playdean is rarely easy, but things have slowed down and are peaceful enough that you decided you could afford a brief bit of respite from your pickup point, which is one of three places, and we'll talk about that in a moment. You've taken a boat trip south to the secluded retreat of Sapphire Springs for some much-needed R&R. Sapphire Springs is famous for its soft beaches, sparkling waters, tranquil mood, away from the hustle and bustle of the cities of Playdean. And of course, their signature relaxing hot springs, which are said to give one a rejuvenating glow. So that is the situation that the team find themselves in today. I've just had a message from Mikey. This is exciting. Oh, he's in the club. He's here. Oh my God, this is so exciting. Oh my God. Yippee! Yippee! Hi, Mikey.
Hello. Hello.
How you doing? You're very inaudible.
You sound like you're in a bucket.
Yeah.
Oh, is it doing this thing again?
Oh, no, that's better. Hello. What's going on?
Hello?
Hi?
Yeah.
No, it was like you said one thing and it was fine, but then it's very muffled the rest of the time.
Hello? Is that better?
No.
No.
Let me play with that.
That was okay.
I am here.
Hello, nice to see you. Sorry for the kerfuffle on the timings today. I don't know what time you thought we were starting, but we were. It was been a bit all over the place, as you can probably tell. So sorry for the slightly.
That's fine.
Okay, you sound fine now. So I don't know if it's just like a distance from the mic thing or what. Pass.
Okay. Well, I think we'll just keep it like that then at the moment.
Yeah, that sounds clear as day. All right, good. Well, I've just set the scene for everybody, which you've already had that information anyway. So perfect timing. Everybody sit back and relax. I'll try and do the same, which I've definitely not been doing. Let's jump in and meet the team. So all of our characters are heading to Sapphire Springs, which you can see on the south of Elisandia there on the coast. This renowned retreat. So let's meet our players. Firstly, you already had a brief shot of his handsome face. Let's welcome back Dusky to the stream. Hello, Dusky. How are you? Firstly,
I'm doing well.
good.
Well, let me try and center myself.
Don't worry too much. It's not the end of the world. You look great. How's your weekend, sir? Dusky, you had your first experience of DMing a D&D game last week. How was that?
Yeah, technically a Pathfinder game, not D&D, but same difference.
Close enough.
But yeah, it was great. Yeah, I'm doing a one shot, and so we did like a full session 0 and got all the character sheets set up and everything in the virtual tabletop that we're using, Foundry.
Cool.
So yeah, we had some technical issues, but overall, I think it went well, and I like being able to kind of be the storyteller. It's a fun role to have.
It is a lot of fun. Can certainly attest to that. What I would say, just one bit of advice for you: do make sure you're very clear with your players about what time you're starting, so that there's no confusion. That's like just a little tip from me to you, something that you can take away from today, and put into practice in your own game. So that's
I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Right. Let's welcome back as well Abby, who we met last month. So Abby, last year, yeah, and it was last year in Playdean, you hit a bit of a windfall after successfully recovering the Goblet of Camarand, which turned out to be a worthless prop and was part of a thing. But you did make some quite good money off it. How have you put the money that you earned in that escapade to good use?
Well, I took a little trip after the cup debacle. I was hoping to try and throw some wrenches into this colonizer's mine properties, but it ended up being just a worthless cup. Didn't even get to beat anybody up or anything. And so I started walking back home and ended up in Havery, and I met someone, a little fellow by the name, I call them Jingles, but I don't know what they call themselves, because they're a cat. And we just really got on. And so I've spent the past year hanging out in Havery with this cat. And I figured I had the money to survive, so why not?
So Jingles is still accompanying Abby in his on his travels now.
To an extent, I certainly wouldn't want to uproot him from his home, but I go where the wind takes me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So you've not brought him with you on the boat then?
No. In fact, I didn't intend to be on this boat. I was just wandering. I smelled a really good smell, and it brought me to a ramp onto this ship. And a gentleman at the front said, "Do you have a ticket?" I said, "Ticket for what?" And he said, "For the boat." And I said, "What boat?" And he said, "The boat you're trying to get on." And I said, "Well, I didn't know this was a boat." And he said, "Well, you need a ticket. We're going to Sapphire Springs." And I said, "Where's that?" He said, "It's in the south." And I said, "Oh, that sounds lovely." And then he said, "But you need a ticket." And I said, "Where do I get a ticket?" And he said, "You already had to have one." And I said, "Well, this seems very anxiously driven." And he started to break down, and he said that he was having a terrible day. So I just gave him a big hug. It seemed like he needed it. He said it was so helpful that I could just get on the boat.
Yeah?
So here I am, traveling.
Abby, the strangest things happen to you. Very good. Thank you very much. We will return to Abby in just a moment. Let's catch up with one of our other players. Firstly, let's say hello to Cope. Hello, Cope. How's it going? I was like, I can't remember who's going to pop up if it's you or Emily. So, hello. How are you? I can't hear you. Why can't I hear you? What's going on? Have we not been able to hear you this whole time? Have you been talking this whole time? I got nothing.
Oh.
Hello?
It's like instantly clipping out on Discord.
Yeah, I can see that you're trying to talk. Thoughts. Is there... You presumably don't always have this issue, because I'm sure you do talk to people on Discord all the time. Say something, Cope. Oh! Much better. Yes, that's got us.
I don't know what's wrong with Discord, but I unmuted myself again, so please sorry.
But then I don't know if the players
It sounds
can hear
super
you.
clamped.
Yeah.
I bumped you to 200% in Discord, and I can still barely hear you.
Okay, it's not only me.
Oh, and it can't be heard in stream, so only I could hear you on Video Ninja Cope. Stick with us, folks. The adventure, half of the adventure is getting the microphones working. Everyone knows that.
I'm working very hard, thank you.
Tell you what, Cope, you have a little play around with that. Let's talk. Oh, hello.
Did you? We're good.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, there we
It was
go.
connected to my Bluetooth headphones for some
That
reason.
would do it. That would do it. Yeah. Okay.
I don't even know where they are.
That is in business. Cope, hello. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. I'm so glad to be here.
I'm glad for you to be here as well.
I am playing Aspen.
Yes.
Aspen is a bard that is going to university in the main city whose name I have forgotten.
Elisandia.
And I'm really excited. I won tickets for me and my twin sister because I go to raves a lot. And I don't ask me how raves work in this magic world. They do.
Of course they do.
We won some tickets because of a concert, like raffle. And so we're on a boat and we're heading to this wonderful vacation, and I'm super pumped about it.
Good, good. Elisandia, very well known for its underground rave scene, which in this case is actually literally underground. So that's cool. So Aspen, let me ask you something. You already mentioned that you're here with your twin.
Yes.
What was it? And Emily, I'll come on to you in a second. Is it Avery? Am I saying that right?
That is correct. It's Avery.
Yeah. So Aspen, as a twin, what was it like growing up with Avery, and what was the relationship between you like when you were youngsters? And just keep in mind before you answer, I'm going to be asking Avery the same question in response, right? So don't say anything too incriminating. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I would say that I am definitely the studious of the two.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I have had my fun in the past, but I hope I don't annoy her too much. I would like to think that we're inseparable, but I just don't know if she quite enjoys the scene that I'm in. But she comes with me sometimes, so I
Wow.
think she just prefers a little more nature than underground.
That makes sense. Okay, fair enough. And so you've already told us you boarded at Alessandia, having won those tickets relating to the rave scene in Alessandia, which is now canon in Playdeen. Fantastic. All right, thanks very much, Aspen. We will catch up with you again very shortly. Let's say hello to twin sister Avery, and firstly Emily. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. All good here, thank you.
You can see a little cat butt on screen.
Oh, sweet Kiki. We love that. Emily, hair's looking different. What have you done? Looks great.
Oh, I haven't gotten a haircut in probably like 10 months now, so my wolf cut has just grown out. I need a haircut real bad.
It looks nice. Looks great. Yes, our dear feline friends, always delighted to see that. Is this a 3 out of 4 US party? Says Dusky. It sure is.
Hell yeah.
It's very America heavy today. Good. Well, Avery, you've I guess the same question in reverse. How do you feel about the relationship between you and Aspen? Have the two of you been on holiday before, or is this the first time?
We have been on holiday before, that is correct. Aspen is 100% my best friend, even though we are very different in a lot of ways. Aspen is so studious, and that could just never be me. I just do not care about it, and I just love bringing chaos, doing chaotic things. I was really, we both tried growing up in a very studious household, but I just prefer being chaotic and doing my own thing.
You took a different path. Fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough.
And Aspen has been super great about supporting me in that, but also they ground me. They ground me when I need to be grounded sometimes, because woo, I'm a lot sometimes.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Very good. Well, Avery, good to have you with us, and we'll catch up with you again very soon. And last but by no means least, let's say hello to Mikey. Here he is. Look at that hair, looking absolutely glorious today, if I may say so, Mikey. How are you doing, sir?
I'm well.
Good. Welcome back. Is this your third or fourth one shot? Third, I think.
Yes.
The Trouble with Tondite. And the morning. Ashes to Ashes. Ashes to Ashes.
Ashes to Ashes. Yeah.
Well, you went in the morning after, were you? The Hangover one. Or were you?
No, I wasn't that one.
Well, welcome back. Good to have you back with us. And let's say hello. Becoming a bit of a regular here is Atlas. Now, Atlas.
Is that my name in this game?
Yes, mate.
Okay, well, I need to change it on the dice then.
This guy's got so many beautiful characters. Doesn't know where he is.
I just could not remember.
Sweet
fine.
Atlas. We all know what characters we're playing. Atlas, big Atlas. As familiar to me as he is to you, I'm sure.
Very much so.
Now, Atlas, you don't seem like a guy who would take very many holidays. So what made you decide to take a break to Sapphire Springs? Or have I completely misjudged and actually Atlas is a big holiday lover?
Well, Martin, the art of paladining, we do a lot of hard work. And sometimes, you just need to give yourself a break.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm off to Paladin myself.
Good for you. Good for you. Well deserved. Brilliant. Thank you very much, players. And let's hop over to our game screen, where I see everybody has been going absolutely ham on the dice roller. And just for the sake of cleanliness, I'm going to clear the roll history here. And there it is. And you'll see you've all got a nice little card on the left-hand side of the screen as well, and it should shuffle through those as the game goes on. But welcome everybody back to Play Dean, and we pick up our adventure today on all aboard a boat which I've definitely given a name, the Dragonfly. You're all aboard the Dragonfly and sailing away from Alessandia, having picked up Atlas. Where did you board the ship, by the way? Was that Alessandia as well?
Yes.
Good man. Thank you. So, having picked up Abby in Havarier, and then proceeded down the coast to the capital of Playdeen, and 3 borders. I'm still in Sea of Thieves mode. We got a border coming on. We got three new passengers board this. It's a small vessel, just like a little passenger ferry and all it does is go up and down the coast, from Sapphire Springs to Alessandia to Havarier to up to Solineth in the north. Just goes up and down the coast, and it's captained, of course, by a man that Abby, it sounds like, has already had a very empathic exchange with, in the form of Captain Herian Highbranch, a halfling, who is the captain of the Dragonfly. He's been working this route for many years, and as he welcomes you all aboard, I suppose, Abby, you and he have already got to know each other a little bit, given that it would have been just the 2 of you on the boat from Havarier down to Alessandia. What kind of things do you think you'd have been chatting about on the route down there? It sounds like he was having a bit of a bad day, so maybe you've been helping to pick him up.
Yeah. So we were chatting mostly about his family and his love lost. It's really hard on a seafaring captain to travel all the time and to find love and to lose it. It's heartbreaking. So we talked through it a bit, and I think he's really feeling much better about himself now.
Good. I mean, and well done for helping to lift his spirits. And at Alessandia, I mean, this is our first actual sighting of Alessandia in Playdeen ever in any of the games that we've played. Being that it's Playdeen's capital, I think warrants a moment to consider it, and you know, it as Aspen and Avery and Atlas board the Dragonfly, Captain Highbranch is just staring up at the huge towers, the 9 towers that surround Alessandia, sitting as it does atop these enormous cliffs, this enormous cliffside, with the waves crashing against the rocks below. And he looks up at it with great admiration as he welcomes aboard Aspen, Avery, and Atlas to the Dragonfly, and just lets out a sigh. And he goes, "You lot don't know how lucky you are to live there, I tell you. I heard all sorts of amazing things as Aspen and Avery come aboard. Is it really true? Is it the greatest place to live, like I suspect it is?"
I mean, it depends on what part of it, but yeah.
I'd agree with that.
What is the best part of it?
Well, I can't speak for everyone, but the area around the universities does have a wonderful nightlife.
I personally
Really?
just really like going into the forest. I mean, like, it's not for everyone, but if you look up at the trees, it's just gorgeous.
Oh, you don't have to sell me on that. I mean, I spend my days going up and down the coast, and I get to see some wonderful sights. Hills and trees and cliffs and beaches and all sorts. And I never tire of it, to be honest with you. But I hope that one day this venture of mine will allow me enough to settle down in Elisandria. It'd be, I suppose there's nothing keeping me in the north where I'm from now that, well, no need to talk about it again, is there, Abby? Eh? We've been over that enough, I suppose.
Let it out.
I've let it out enough for today. And as Atlas boards, I mean, Atlas, you're a pretty sturdy looking guy. So, oh my goodness! Everyone, be careful around this one. Don't be messing with him. No, I'm sure you're all right, aren't you, friend? Come on, come aboard. You'll be fine.
Sure.
Good. He says, "Well then, I believe that's everybody. Let's make sail. Should be about how long is that sail actually? I need to have a look in my own. Oh yeah, about a day's sail, I guess, from Alessandria down to Sapphire Springs. The boat moves away, and as you look behind you, you see Alessandria eventually disappear into the distance. You can, as you watch those spires, the flags waving in the breeze, and the birds and everything disappearing off into the distance, and the water is dead calm, and it's a beautiful, beautiful sunny day, absolutely perfect for going on a little break. As the ship is moving, you hear the captain ask, "Has anybody been down to Sapphire Springs before?"
Not me.
First time.
First time. Oh, you're
Many times.
you've been there before, have you, Atlas?
Yes.
Oh, well, marvelous. Well, you'll be welcome back with open arms. I'm sure they love a bit of repeat business down there. I've never.
I don't know about after last time.
What happened last time?
I'm sure they'll have forgotten about the incidents.
Oh no! You want to tell us what kind of scrapes you got into, Atlas, or are you keeping that under the...
It involved a goat.
Oh.
But I guess we've got a long time, so I'll tell you over dinner this evening.
The goats down that way they kick pretty hard, from what I hear. He says, "Well, I've never had enough coin to be able to actually stay there myself. It's, the life of a ferryman is an enjoyable one, with lots of beautiful scenery, but doesn't pay as well as you might think. But
do you not get sea miles?
Sea miles?
Sea miles?
Who's Miles?
No, sea miles.
I've never seen miles in all my life, sir. I swear.
Like an air mile, but for boat people."
Air miles definitely
miles
now
of
a thing that
Reddit?
exists in Playdean.
Yeah.
He goes,
You know,
"Well,"
when you go on the hot balloon,
he goes,
get
if
your air
I'm
miles. See?
if I'm understanding what you're talking about, sir, then that would be for the passengers. I'm the captain of the boat. I wouldn't benefit from that at all.
That's what you see. You can also get a card with MasterCard, and you can start collecting sea miles today.
Ah, my friend Atlas, I worry that perhaps the
Is that
sun.
your job?
He's a-
Are you a salesman? Come on.
This sounds like a paid promotion.
he goes.
I cannot disclose.
Atlas, I'm worried the sun might be getting to you a little, my friend. Feel free to step below into the shade if you want to. It's a small.
Is there a
boat.
bar down there?
No bar, I'm afraid, sir. No.
It's fine. I've brought provisions.
All right. Well, you go and see to your provisions, sir.
I was gonna say, isn't that against regulations? But that's not here.
He yeah. So the trip goes on, and the mystery of Atlas and the goat will it sounds like have to wait for another day. Setting off as you did first thing in the morning, you come to well, it's up to you. We would have an overnight, but I wasn't planning to roleplay it. But if you want to tell us the story of the goat, Atlas, then we could have a little supper on deck if you wish.
You know what? For the sake of not taking you too far, of course, just yet. Let's just say I didn't know it was I said, dinner, but we'll arrive there before dinner. So.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
No problem at all.
We can always revisit it at some point.
What are Aspen and Avery? What's like do you two ever bicker? It sounds like you're pretty close and get on pretty well, but you know, you're on a small boat together with 3 strangers. Anything like what's the vibe between the two of you in a situation like that?
I mean, like,
Unfortunately, I do have to help Avery be. Avery does get motion sick very easily.
yeah.
Oh no!
I was just about to say, I'm like, I don't got my sea legs.
You know, there's always the worry that someone's just playing a self-insert into D&D, and I feel like maybe Emily is just that might be the case somewhat here. So anyway, sorry,
It
Aspen,
just
carry
checks
on.
out, though. It just checks out.
Yeah, I don't have any issue with the boat, but I am helping her, and as someone who does really care about her well-being, I don't think we're bickering in this case. We might bicker elsewhere, but right now I'm
Yes.
just wanting to make sure that she gets through the trip.
Bless. That's proper siblings, isn't it? You know, like, yeah, we might fight sometimes, but when the chips are down, we're gonna rally. And yeah, gotcha. Good. Well, let's say then, after a night's rest in the not overly luxurious but not bad accommodations below deck on the Dragonfly.
Like a Holiday Inn.
Yeah, if the Holiday Inn was a boat, yeah.
Holiday
and
boat.
and in the morning, as the sun in the east crests over the horizon, and the 4 of you come up above deck, you can see off in the distance now on the coast a few buildings come into your line of sight, and you hear Captain Highbranch up on the wheel as ever. He's like, "Well, there it is. We're almost there, folks. I think you're gonna have the most relaxing time. I've never heard anybody come back from and rejoin the boat for the return journey and not have had the most wonderful time. So I'm sure you're in for an absolute treat here." As as you draw closer to the resort, you begin to see more detail as you get closer. There are beachside like cabana huts, and there are sun lounges and parasols out on the beach as you begin to arrive. There's a huge there are rows of beautiful cypress trees and a big fountain in the middle of a courtyard that you can see, and behind all of this, sort of looming over everything, is an enormous hotel building, essentially, like a beachside hotel, of the sort that you might have in, perhaps Florida, for example. There's another couple of smaller buildings. One of them is a kind of pyramid, and there's also a large tree that sits a little way back from the beach that meets you as you roll in. And as Captain Highbranch brings the Dragonfly to a standstill and begins to moor it against the little jetty that sits there, he's like, "Oh, well, that's strange. Normally there'd be an attendant here to meet you, but I've heard the spiel enough times, so fear not, my friends. Head on up to the beach house and make yourselves comfortable, and at the front desk they'll see you to your accommodations, and I'll be heading back up the coast, but I'll be back in a couple of days to pick you up, so have the most wonderful time."
Thank you, boatman.
And thank you, goat man.
Where we're at again.
Say again, Abby?
Safe travels, Captain.
Safe travels. Bye-bye.
Could you tell me where I'm at again?
Yeah, sir, this is where we discussed the resort. You're going to Sapphire Springs for a lovely bit of R&R.
That's right. Okay, thank you.
Or as it's sometimes called on the seas, R&R.
I like that.
Well, farewell, friends.
Farewell.
Farewell, then. He makes some arrangements, and as you step onto the jetty, he doesn't waste any time. The life of a ferryman is a busy one. Doesn't have time to mess around. He sets off into the distance, I guess, leaving the four of you on the jetty with no attendant anywhere. There you are, folks. Any thoughts, directions? What do you want to do? What do you think of the look of the place? It's the roof of the beach house is this beautiful jade color, but the house itself is mostly made of wood and is painted white. You can see there's also a couple of tennis courts away. If anyone is a tennis player, then yeah, tennis absolutely exists in this world. I don't know why you doubt that for... There's a rave scene in Elisandi. I don't know why you doubt that for even a second. There's also MasterCard, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah.
So...
Play pickleball?
Yeah, you can play pickleball, for sure.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, what do you want to do, folks? Welcome to Sapphire Springs.
What's the time of day?
It'll be the morning. It's early morning.
Doesn't seem to be anyone around. I guess
That
we should
is-
just
Quite nice.
let ourselves in.
Yes, there really doesn't appear to be anybody at all. I mean, it's early, so people might not have come down to the beach yet, I suppose. But yeah, there's no... Captain Highbranch indicated there's normally an attendant here, but for whatever reason, they don't appear to be present.
Oh, come on, friends. I know the way. And I head towards the beach hut with the jaded roof.
Atlas, you've been here many times, of course, so you know your way around the place. You know, of course, that within the pyramid there is a like a health spa room, and that the tree is usually used for people to sit under and meditate. The one thing
Trees, that's what they are.
that you can see before you move onto the blue path, to the left of it is a sign, and it just says "Welcome to Sapphire Springs." And it has a beautiful painting of Sapphire Springs on it, and and particularly this painting depicts the hot springs themselves, which are unbelievably clear water. Just beautifully pure, clear water that and with steam gently rising off it, and that's depicted in this painting. But as you head up the path, you stride across these extremely sort of lavish blue tiles and go past the main fountain in the center. There, as I say, over to the right of you, you can see a couple of tennis courts, and then you head up the steps towards the house. There are tables and chairs sat outside on this kind of... You go up a flight of steps. There's this kind of balcony, patio area. And
Quick
then,
sidestep before
Yeah,
we
go.
get to the stairs. Abby's gonna walk up to the fountain and take a drink out of it.
Oh, great. Give me a Constitution save. It's going to have a DC 12.
Alright. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's a shame. There's no kind of... look, this is a nice place, but even nice places aren't great at replacing their fountain water. I don't think it's any more advisable in Playdeen than it would be in our world to scoop the water out of a fountain and
Hey,
drink
I drank
it.
out of a fountain in a dank cave.
Yeah?
So...
Well, that worked out pretty well for you. So you was okay. So I see what you do. So Abby was hoping that lightning would strike twice there.
Yeah. I mean,
It
as far as he
didn't.
knows,
It
fountains
didn't,
are
and
good
you
sources of water.
take 2 points of damage.
Oh no!
Abby, how are you going to react to this? I want to react to you. What points damage?
Do you guys want to drink from the fountain? It's not nearly as nice as the last one I drank from, but I don't think it'll kill you.
You're a very interesting fellow.
Oh, thank you.
Pass.
I think I'm good.
I really
You
like
must
this.
remind me later on to tell you about these berries that I bought off this man looking for his wife. I think you would be
Oh.
interested in them.
Sounds glorious.
Berries?
Yeah, berries.
And not beans. Berries. Okay.
No, they were berries. I'm pretty sure.
No, the
Yeah.
type of berry or just berries?
Oh, it was good berry juice.
Ah,
berry.
got it.
Good berry.
Never heard of
yeah.
a good berry.
Mm.
They're good.
He was adamant about selling me some.
Hmm.
So, I think I should at least pass some of them on.
Sounds.
You haven't seen his
delectable.
wife, have you?
I don't have a wife.
No, neither does he, I think. Lost in the wind. Anyway, let's open this door and go inside.
Woods. Sorry.
Good. Right then. You open it's like a double door with like a gold handle and glass panes. And so you kind of see through it as you approach anyway. But as you open the doors, there is indeed a reception desk. That
Is
right
there a
in front-
bell on the desk?
There is indeed.
Ding! That was me ringing the bell, by the way.
Atlas, give me a history check with a DC of 5.
Okay. Have a look. Do-da-da-da. Shit, not that one.
Just about. Like I set that one low. Nobody responds to this bell, but I think what you would also note from your previous visits to Sapphire Springs is it's very unusual for there not to be someone here.
I ding the bell again.
Once again, you are met with no response.
I ding the bell 5 times in succession. Ding, 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 ding.
Despite your insistence, it turns out that the bell possesses in itself no magical properties to actually summon a host.
I look at the bell and the rest of my companions. And I say, must be broken.
I could use. You want me to use Thunderclap? Really get someone's attention?
Maybe later. Maybe later.
Okay. Just offering.
But that is weird that there is no one here.
You all have proficiency in perception. So let's do a group roll with a DC of 10, which you're all going to clear so easily.
Wait. I'm just gonna
Perception,
roll a
you said?
d20.
So you're rolling a d20. Don't forget to add your modifier for whatever you have for perception,
Okay.
though.
Oh.
How
do I find that? I'm sorry. I'm
Oh
a word
no, that's okay.
poor.
So on your on your character sheet next
Nat
to
20.
your perception, you have got +6 for you, Emily.
+6. How
And
do
then
I?
so on the dice roller down when you've got the dice on when after you click the d20, you've got the ability to add pluses and minuses and things.
Oh,
onto
so
it.
I add a +5 and then a +1 to make 6.
Exactly. The very
Thank you.
same.
So I roll and then I add the modifier? Or
No,
do
you add the modifier before you roll.
Okay. I did roll a nat 20 and didn't know about the modifier addition.
Why can't I see
Wait,
your...
did you?
Where's
I
your
rolled
roll?
a nat 20.
Who, me?
Okay, well now I rolled a nat 1. So, Oh, no, it's because I'm in as player 6.
That's...
Something happened.
If you
hang on.
closed it out and reopened it, it adds you as a new entity.
That's right.
Ah.
Who do you want? So you're player 6, right? I'm gonna kick all the unused players. So you can do that. Anyway, I believe you. I don't intend to go to court about this whole Nat 20 matter. So 2 of you rolled Nat 20s anyway, and everybody else cleared the roll in any case. Looking around you, you begin to notice that things look a little unusual, and I think Atlas, obviously you've been here before. This place is normally immaculate, like it's normally immaculately tidy. The more you look around, the more you notice that the floor is kind of dirty. It's got this kind of weird sheen on it. Outside on the balcony, some of the tables and chairs, like a couple of the chairs are knocked over. One of the tables is like broken.
Clearly, you just can't get the staff these days.
That is a
Look at
real issue. Yeah.
My TripAdvisor will reflect on this.
Whose trip?
My friend, he runs a circulationary about.
Yeah. He's my TripAdvisor. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just things. The more you look around, the more you realise that things are out of place. There's actually some pretty bad damage to a nearby door. Like one of the doors is kind of, and it's one of those, like a wooden door that's got like slats in it, and it's kind of hanging off its hinge. There's paperwork scattered. There's papers scattered on the floor behind the desk. And yeah, obviously the bell ringing and any other noise does not seem to have alerted anyone to your presence.
Does anyone else feel that we might be the only people here?
It is a little strange. They did, in the phone call about this trip, make it seem like there would be a lot more staff.
The phone call?
Yeah, phones, they exist.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the message. Sorry. We can do message. Yeah, that's not how this works. I have to remember that we're playing D&D.
Look,
somebody sent message.
I can't really blame you, Cope, because we've
25 words or less.
described the thing. I can't really blame you because we've had quite a lot of anachronistic law-breaking references so far in this session. More than the average session, I'd say.
The fact that there's a banking institution in this world, that shouldn't be surprising.
Yes, that's true.
A working telephone system, maybe.
So,
but I do like it.
It's just what are they, sending zones or something?
Yeah, like
sending zones. So anyway, regardless, Aspen, you'd heard some by reputation about Sapphire Springs. And Aspen, what was the reputation that you'd heard of?
Extremely high quality resort class, like customer service is a priority, and clearly it is not. With the lack of answering the bell.
I wonder where. Yeah, Manuel normally answers the bell immediately when I've been here before.
Atlas, do you think this has to do with the goats?
No. I think that incident was put to bed on the night.
Oh. We're all really concerned about this goat story.
Damn.
We can ask Manuel about when we see him. Manuel is the concierge at the Sapphire Springs.
Manuel is one of the concierges. I think you would also know, Atlas, that Sapphire Springs is operated by Adafred, and she is the proprietor of Sapphire Springs, a lovely elf woman who runs
the boss lady.
That's her. So this is the scene that
her husband's called Manfred.
This is the scene that confronts you guys of this scene of disrepair, and as I say, the floor is got this very strange like sheen on it, all over it, that just seems to be kind of going everywhere. It's even on the walls a little bit. It's somewhat on the desk. It seems to be kind of everywhere you look now that you kind of look a little more closely.
Like a sheen.
Can Abby wants to get down and smell the ground? and
Yeah.
see if I can identify what the sheen is.
Give me a nature check.
That's unfortunate.
I'm gonna also like elbow Avery, be like, "Hey, do you see anything in this?"
I mean,
'Cause
like, I
nature
could
is
touch it.
everything.
I could touch it.
I'm just staring at a guy sniffing the floor.
Avery, give me a survival check, please.
Survival check?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Oh my god. So I'll roll a d20. Sorry, I'm
Cool.
brand spanking new to D&D.
That's fine. So just make sure you put your modifier on. So for survival, you can put it's another +6 to you. This is going to be a DC of 15.
Let's go!
Nat 20. So Abby, on your 12 nature check, you think this looks a bit like the residue that would be left behind by like a snail, but there's a lot of it. You know, there's a lot of this substance. Avery, on a 26 survival check, you know from your time out in the forests that you identify this, and yeah, it's very similar actually to the kind of trail that would be left behind by some kind of snail. But that being said, the amount of it is cause for concern. You don't know of any snail that you've ever come across that would leave a trail that is excessive as this.
This definitely looks like snail trail, but like a really fucking big snail if it's a snail.
I think we call them
smells
tire
like snail
tracks.
trail as well.
I'm taking notes. I have written down excessive snail trail.
It's a problem that we all have from time to time.
Bit
I
of
have another name
manscaping
for it, but I
required.
won't say it.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
To break character, I'm gonna run. I'll be right back. But
No problem.
This is also Aspen in character. Just I'll be right back.
Going to investigate the bathrooms. Good call. I love it. All right, folks. So
Do you think this is part of the treatment? Should we roll in it?
I don't remember there being snails last time. I don't really have the desire to put snail effluent on my body.
Snail is good for your skin, though.
right.
Not the end of the world.
Is it?
It's on my hand. I mean, like, I touched it. It's on my hand. I'm not. I don't think I'm dying.
Are we sure it's not ogre boogers? No, it can't be. There would have to be a massive sneeze.
That would have been crazy.
An implausibly large sneeze. I think I'd have concern for. I think if an ogre had sneezed that much in this room, there would be a dead ogre in that room as well. Frankly,
Or many of them sneezing. Maybe it was a party from the dark woods.
very possible. So, thoughts, folks? You've identified it as some kind of residue from something like that. What's next?
Does anyone have any salt? You, Abby is your name.
Yeah.
Stop sniffing the floor for a second. You look like a man who would carry a bag of salt.
I don't have any salt on me. I have a pocket full of trail mix, but that's all.
Is there anything salty in that, like peanuts in that trail mix?
It's got a little bit of salt, but not enough to scrape off of it for any sort of function.
Keep that to hand. We might need to pelt a snail with some salty peanuts.
All right, I'll try not to eat it all.
Do either of you two have any salt?
Fortunately, I'm not carrying salt with me.
You don't carry salt.
Weird. Very weird.
No.
I've got a little
You'll
box
remember
of
next
salt
time,
with
won't
me.
you?
Yeah, gotta
But,
carry that salt.
You know, it's just a little box, just for my personal seasonings.
I do have just a little bit, but that is. I don't know how effective it would be against a giant snail.
Burns the shit out of them.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
See, it's a very effective anti-nausea. So I have a little bit for when Avery might be nauseous.
You should keep it for
But-
that purpose then. I would not want to use
Yeah.
a medicine for that.
Yeah.
Atlas, you're a weird guy. I mean, this.
There is nothing weird about having well-seasoned food.
That is true.
And
said-
as a
True.
very, very, very experienced traveler, some inns, they do not use enough in their soup.
That's true. That is a concern.
I also have a jar of mayonnaise, if you wish.
Hell yeah.
Wait,
that
so you
didn't-
had salt all along?
No,
Why are you
I
asking me
had
for salt.
because I've only got a small amount, and I didn't know if they were going to serve fries for dinner.
Doesn't
Got
look
to
like
have
they're serving
fries.
much of anything other than snail gook.
Oh,
I think
unfortunately, none of
Atlas.
us are
I think.
French.
I think, in all fairness, Atlas, you would know that the food at Sapphire Springs is always of the highest quality.
It is, but
always seasoned
I always have it on
perfectly.
me. You never know.
So,
never
folks, I don't know. There's sort of a bit of a scene developing before you. There's also a very riveting conversation about salt that's been going on. But directing your attention slightly back towards the matter at hand. Any thoughts on the scene before you?
This doesn't look good, gang. I've decided to
Um,
become a gang.
I think it's a bit sussy out here, gang.
I think
I don't
that
know.
we should be the Oops All A gang.
Yeah.
The Oops All A's, yeah.
Egg all
Uh,
aid. Sounds dangerous.
The
well,
all egg
everyone
gang.
here is an A, obviously.
We're
Oh,
just-
the A's.
Ah!
Yeah. We're like the A team.
Oh,
Hell
That's honestly much better.
that's so much better. Why did we not think of that? You're the A team, of course you are. For goodness sake, we're so
I am
dumb.
definitely B.A. Baracus.
Okay.
I feel like the vibe of the group is more Oops All A.
Yeah,
That is true.
it's kind of the 18 brackets Oops All A's, you know. Anyway, so yeah, there's goop on the floor, there's papers scattered everywhere, there's damage to various
If it comes
things.
to it, friends, are you all combat experienced? Have you brought your weapons with you?
Hell yeah. I got my quarterstaff with me.
Well, I am not much of a fighter, but I definitely got you back.
Enthusiasm.
Excellent. That's what I'd
Enthusiasm
love to
counts for
hear.
a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, here's my bag. Just-
I'm a bard full time, so you know, not
Do
very
you-
good at fighting.
Do you have a lute?
I have a flute. I
Oh,
also have a
that could be an-
dulcimer, and some drums.
That flute could be a bludgeoning weapon. We're sorted.
Actually, it's a
That's
stabby stab because I sharpened the end of it.
Oh, sharpened flute.
Flute.
My
Are
goodness.
you a one-person traveling band?
Yeah, that actually is kind of what I'm like in real life. Yeah, one-man band.
Wonderful. Do you want to play us something? Maybe it'll draw in the staff.
Oh yeah, it's time for a sing. I love a
mean-
sing-song from a bard.
I absolutely can be playing while we're absolutely. I can be just.
I think we need a song to encourage us.
I'm strumming. Sing a song, yes, a travel song. That's what I'm gonna do. Do I know the words? No, I don't. And that's all you get. Sorry.
That was
Very,
beautiful.
very good bard.
An absolutely demented scene unfolding here of 4 people stood in a reception area singing a song amongst a load of goop.
I think we should go in search for the management. Should we go through that door?
Hell yeah. I'm ready.
The the trail leads through this damaged doorway, and it leads through to a kind of dining room area where again there is significant damage to all the fixtures and fittings. There's a chandelier which is smashed. It's this big, it's quite good sized open room with tables and chairs. And again, what it kind of looks like is that something. There's almost like a path cleaved through things. There's this one like path of floor that is entirely clear, and either side of it there is like damaged tables and chairs, and that the path then continues outside to the left of the building, out onto the back out onto the balcony area. But again, the doors are heavily damaged, and the glass in the panes has been smashed out of them as well.
Looking at the scene, can I roll insight?
You could roll.
Can I?
What are you looking for,
perception?
firstly?
Well, we're gonna invoke Floridian. I'm looking to see if this is from a storm or from a fight.
Give me an investigation roll then.
Okay.
And we'll see. So it's a DC of 10 to see if you can delineate anything from the scene ahead of you.
That was investigations +3.
13. Lovely. Neva, this definitely, I think you can see from what's ahead of you, this was definitely not caused by weather.
Is it a giant fucking snail?
The path of
Giant
damage,
fucking snail.
it does imply that something large came through here.
Okay.
Looks like the snail was a hungry snail. I guess we should
What do
follow
snails
the...
eat?
Oh, everything. A land snail.
Everything.
Vegetation?
If it's big enough, it'll eat you.
That's
Soon
probably what
as-
happened here, unfortunately.
Soon as look at you.
Yeah, I think we should follow the slimy trail.
The excessive snail trail.
Yes.
The excessive snail trail.
It is excessive. This path leads out to the left-hand side of the building, down and to the back out to the balcony, and then it seems to go towards the health spa pyramid on the left of the map there. There is also, as you kind of follow it along, it kind of goes both ways. It goes towards the pyramid and also towards the tree.
Does the tree have any visible damage?
The tree appears to be absolutely fine, actually. But as with the building and indeed the beach
It's not
and
like
the path,
quivering or anything like that.
no, it's
Would you like to roll something?
it stands firm.
Okay.
But as with the beach and the path and the building, the parts of it that you've seen, doesn't appear to be anybody visible.
This is becoming very mysterious.
The pyramid has a reasonably large wooden door that has been completely smashed in.
That looks like a clue. I think we
Probably
should
go
check that out.
investigate.
Who's best at investigating?
All of you.
Above table. I'm +3.
The answer is the A team.
Let's go!
Let's go, A team. Cool. So are you heading into the pyramid? Are you charging in at us all guns blazing?
I stride magnanimously straight through the wreckage of the doors
Definitely how that
to
word is
survey
used.
what is happening inside.
All right,
Yeah,
fair
and
enough.
I say,
Avery and Aspen, what do you make of the two people that you've ended up on this holiday with?
They're gonna be fun to hang out around.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely I'm used to being the face of my group, and for once, I'm excited to not be, with at least the way that we're going right now.
Abby, you.
Happy to step back.
Abby, you're a bit of an oddball yourself, if you don't mind me saying. What's your feelings about the rest of the party so far? The rest of the 18, if you will.
I think that Abby is probably feeling very at ease since he's a go with the flow kind of person. So the fact that he's met these 3 people seems very normal for him.
Fine.
I mean, he just spent a year hanging out with a cat that he met on a whim, so this is like very normal.
Cool. Stepping forward then, as you do into the health spa, the room is a scene of devastation, as with much of what you've seen. But you see it's the kind of place that has massage tables and a sauna. The sauna has been completely devastated. And the room itself is very lovely. It's got, little water features around the room that give a feeling of peace and serenity. Those are still operational. Although the water itself doesn't look very nice. It's worse than the fountain water that Abby drank.
Woof.
Abby's gonna go give it a
Don't
sniff.
drink it. You give it a sniff. You give it a sniff. Give me a Constitution save, a DC of 8.
Constitution save. Yeah.
On a 20, you recoil at the smell of this water, which is repugnant.
Oh,
Not
is
not
the
good water
pleasant
then.
smell. Don't drink that water. Not
You don't
nearly
you
as
don't
nice
take
as
any
hot
damage
water.
from just the smell of it, but it's you certainly recoil in disgust at this this grotesque water, and you see that the color of it is brown. It's a murky brown water that runs through all these water features. There is also a desk across to one side of the room, and again, it does look like there's been some damage there. But again, there's some sort of paperwork scattered around on the floor, and it's a pretty similar scene to the reception and everything else you've seen, basically.
Is there a bell on this desk?
No bell, unfortunately.
Well, good thing I brought the bell with me.
It just stands there dinging it in this empty room. I love it. It's not working. It's weird.
This bell, they need to send it back. Faulty. So, that doesn't look like good water to me. Looks like it's festering with something. Maybe desecrated
Does anybody
corpses.
recognize it? It just smells bad to
The water. Brown?
Brown?
Brown water.
I'd like to look around and see if there's anything that looks like it got dumped into the water, or if the water just is that way. Like, is there a trail of something that poisoned the water?
Everybody give me an investigation roll. And it's going to have a DC of 15. And we're going to take the average from the group to see how much you discover from this.
Oh.
Dang it.
Oh.
Dang it.
No.
Okay. So an 18, a 5, a 4, and a 21. So that's an average of about, 12 or so. 11.
No.
No, it's going to be a little higher than that. It's going to be like 13, 14, right? I can't be bothered to do the maths on it. We'll go on vibes. You're trying to work it out, aren't you? Okay, we'll work it out. 25 plus 23
It's 48
is
divided by
48,
4.
so it's 12, yeah.
12, yeah.
So I was right on the fucking money first time. That's mental
Damn.
maths, that. Good.
Totally bonkers maths.
So on an average of 12, you do notice there's two things that you discover on your investigation roll that I think would be of interest here. One of them is that one of the water features you can actually see. It's like a small fountain, and you can see where the water is being pumped from, and the water is being pumped out, looking awful. So that's coming from within the plumbing.
We might have to check out the plant room. Or the pump room.
The other thing that one of you finds, let's say it was Avery, while looking around near the desk, is amongst the papers that have been scattered around. There is a hastily handwritten note that just says, conducting essential maintenance. Back soon. Find me in maintenance if urgent. And it's signed AO, which Atlas, I think you would readily know, stands for Adafred Olbernian, who is of course the proprietor that we mentioned of Sapphire Springs.
Wife of Manfred.
Adafred? Is that what you said?
Adafred, yeah.
Adafred.
Okay.
So I guess
Another
we gotta go to the
name.
maintenance room.
I think we should seek her out. Something
Yeah,
may have gone awry in the maintenance area.
Do any of us have any idea where that is?
No clue.
I think there's a sign over there that says maintenance this way.
Atlas.
I think we should follow the sign.
Atlas, give me a history roll with advantage, please. DC of 10.
Oh.
Lucky that advantage was there, eh?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Atlas, you do recall on one of your prior visits that the maintenance is actually the building on the right-hand side of the map. It is located just below the hot springs and near the tennis courts.
Oh, yes, that reminds me. Looking at a site map on the wall.
There you go.
Yes, I think it's this hut over here. Just past the tennis courts.
Let's go, but let's be careful.
Nah, let's just
I
walk
have a
in.
bad feeling about this.
No point being careful, that's crazy. Good. As you head over that way, you continue to see the signs of this weird goop everywhere as you go. It's a little sticky, and as you're kind of walking over it, it's just like the floor of a movie theater, and just like that little slight resistance every time you lift your foot up.
Is it also on the blue? Did we just miss it on our way in?
Yeah, it is. It's not as visible on those tiles, which is why it wasn't as easy to perceive on there. But it is there, which you now notice now that your suspicions are up. But kind of easy to miss as you first passed it. So as you pass the tree and the fountain and walk past the tennis courts, you just continue to see this kind of goop everywhere until you arrive at the maintenance hut.
Well, I still have the bell,
Good.
so
That'll come in
I
handy.
ring the bell.
Yeah, nobody's there. There's no front desk. It's a maintenance hut. As you arrive at this hut, the door is actually slightly ajar.
Who wants to
Oh.
go first?
I am gonna step up and cast Mage Hand
Oh,
to push the door open for me.
cool. it's a metal door and quite heavy, and Mage Hand.
I was gonna say, is it more than 10 pounds? Yeah.
It's okay. Let's say it's just below 10 pounds.
Okay.
But Mage Hand gives it a shove, and the door kind of swings on a hinge. And you see a room that has various it's got mops and brooms and other things that would be used for kind of janitorial duties. But there's also a small kind of contraption that has like a wheel and a valve on it, and has pipes that come off on various sides, and it's got like a pressure gauge is built into it as well. The other thing that you can see on the floor is and you see that this is where, and perhaps I should have mentioned as well, this is also something that you see the goop has come into this hut as well. The trail goes all the way into it, and is all over the floor and the walls in here as well. The other thing on the ground you see is a sewer hatch that is completely open, and actually the hatch, which was a kind of grate, like a lattice pattern, has been burst open, and this and has been busted basically.
I would like to try to deduce whether it looks like the excessive snail trail is coming from this, or if it was going into this.
Give me a perception that we'll say has a DC of 8. Seven. It's unclear. It could be both. What you can see looking down into the sewer hatch is that this stuff is all down the sides of it, and a lot of it.
Oh
but
boy.
But it's not clear whether it. And to be totally honest, I don't know if there would be an easy way, even if you had beaten the check, to know just from what you can see whether it came out of there or went into there or both.
You mean I can't tell the striations of the... Obviously, I need to study harder. Well, do we want to go down?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Don't have to ask me twice.
Does
Abby,
it look like a far
Take
fall?
the lead. Go sniff it.
We know that Abby goes wherever there are bad smells, so a bit of
Go
foul-smelling
sniff the
water.
hole.
I'm usually down for an adventure, but going into this hole seems a little bit dangerous.
Nah.
This goop seems like maybe it's not the best. It didn't taste very good in the first fountain. It seems like it ruined the second one.
Ooh, I hate that you know the taste of the goop. Anyway.
I mean,
I've
like,
got a curious tongue.
Does it look like it's a far fall?
I peer
Go.
into the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a ladder that that descends, and interestingly, it does look like there is light below as well. You now see on the wall that there is a kind of lever that is fixed into this up position, but there is a ladder that descends about 40 feet down, and and you can see a kind of light source at the bottom.
There's a small pebble on the floor. I wish to drop it down the hole.
You can drop a pebble in there. It falls and lands in. You can see from the light that's down there. It lands with a small splash in pretty gross greeny brown water. it's not really possible from that to delineate like the depth of it, but there doesn't appear to be any response that comes.
Ew.
I go down the ladder.
Yeah, no way but down, I think.
Abby's gonna go last.
I'll go next. I'll go second.
For anyone
I'll
who
go
wasn't for anyone who wasn't here for our last month's one shot, became a bit of a running joke of Abby gently encouraging the other characters to go ahead of it into dangerous situations. So might that happen again? Who's to say? You know. Good. The four of you descend down the ladder, and the scene that is ahead of you. There is some dim light, but it's now you all four of you. This was the other thing I meant to say. Not only do all four of you have names that begin with A, but you are all elves or half elves. So we've got an elven group as well. So if that helps with
We can see.
So yes, your dark vision does come into play a little bit here, and the scene that greets you is on the screen for you.
Darkness.
Actually, with your dark vision, I think you can see a little bit further. Why is that not working? Oh, there we go. And you can see
Abby's
along.
got 60 feet of dark vision.
Yes, as do you all. So you are at the. Actually, I can use my cursor and tell you. So this is where the ladder is. If you can't see it very well, and you can see the kind of the light shadow of coming from above. To the right is a grate that is completely rock solid, sturdy. You can see through. It just goes on for seemingly forever. In the other direction. And by the way, I should say you land in this water, but it is only ankle deep.
Only ankle deep.
Yes.
Okay.
Good
How
thing I'm wearing
high?
my boot stomping ankles.
How high is this
Wow,
tunnel?
that didn't make any sense.
Did you say your boot stomping ankles?
Yep, that's exactly what I said.
Yeah. You never go anywhere without a pair of boot stomping ankles, do you? That's
Yeah.
rule number one out here.
So, are we like fully upright in this tunnel?
Yes.
Are we
so
sort of scritched?
no. So let me. I'll describe. So the tunnel is about like 12 to 15, about 15 feet wide, and about the same up. So yeah, you're all easily able to stand. It is quite a wide, spacey tunnel. You can get out of the. There is a kind of walkway along the side if you don't want to stand in this gross sewage water any longer as well.
This is a big fucking pipe.
Yeah,
A
is it
big
round
pipe.
or is it like square?
It's
Round. Oh, so you're asking Martin?
Let's say it's round. Why not?
Okay.
Why do they need such a big tunnel?
I mean, it's a resort. I would imagine that this is the sewer, right? Like that's what this is. Maintenance sewer.
Oh, are we in sewage water?
Probably a lot of
Yeah.
waste.
Oh yeah, let's
This is
get.
all
a
the
very
stuff they
big
scrape off of you.
pipe. This is
I mean,
more
I
like
thought-
an underground pipe.
Oh no, I thought we were straight in the sewers.
This is a sewer for sure.
This is
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh,
Good.
okay.
Glad that I.
I think all
Why is it so big?
all of your powers of perception would readily identify this as a sewer.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I
there's
would
nowhere
like
but
to-
forward.
I'd like to pick up my pebble,
Yeah.
and I'd like to try and pebble dash it as far down the tunnel as I can go.
You try and like skimming it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you try to skim it, and it's the second it hits the water for the first time, it just stops dead and sinks. This water is quite thick. It's it's
This water is very viscous.
yes, that's what it is. That's the word.
Only from all the poo.
Delicious.
That's must be
No,
that.
this water isn't shit water. It's green.
It's true.
You never had a green shit.
I mean, only when I ate really blue stuff.
Please keep going. Let's role play this scene some more.
You probably
I mean,
should
like-
stop eating it then.
It's also what I thought.
So as I say, there
Alright,
is
I'm
there is
just gonna
a.
keep walking.
You want to keep walking, okay? As I say,
Yeah,
there is
there's no
there
one
is
but
actually a walkway alongside the there's like the canal of water, but there is a walkway alongside it which is raised up and free of the the worst of it.
How much higher is it?
Oh, you can step onto it easily. It's fine.
I choose to stay in the water.
Okay,
Ooh,
That's fair.
gonna let the
Abby's
ankle
gonna
biters
climb
get
up
you.
onto the walkway and then prestidigitation his feet clean.
nice.
Oh, could you do that for me, please?
Oh yeah, of course. Anybody
you.
else?
I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you.
All right. Abby waves his hand and prestidigitations both of them.
Have fun with
Clean.
the ankle biters, Atlas. I hope there's nothing that bites you.
It would be the end of its life if it did.
That's good. That's reassuring to know.
You got those steel toes?
He's got
Oh,
his
yeah.
He's got his ankle stomping boots.
My ankle
or
stompers.
or boot stomping ankles.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
So as you move along the walkway, you pass through. There's various sections. It's broken up into sections where you can see that there would, I guess, be the opportunity to cut off the supply if needs be.
The supply of shit.
The supply of shit water. Yeah. As you continue to walk, you begin to see further off in the distance that there's a kind of crossroad almost of the sewer. As you arrive at the crossroad, you can see through this grate here. This one on the like dead ahead of you is a solid steel grating, so you can see through it, but there's not a great deal to speak of that way. As you round the corner, you are suddenly alarmed by the squeaking of rats who flee off into the different directions. Looking up, you can see one route has been blocked off by rubble and debris. Looks pretty unpleasant. So really the only way available to you is down this way.
What were the rats eating?
I don't think they were eating anything at all.
They were just all chilling together.
They were huddling and then, just at rest, if you will, and then scooted off.
It was girls' night in the sewers.
Obviously.
They might be trying to summon something.
Slumber party.
As most girls do at slumber parties. We summon things.
That's
and we
right.
scurry.
Exactly.
You guys want to come to my summon and scurry party, or we're having a bit of S&S. The one thing that you can see, there are this isn't necessarily unusual because it's the sewers below this resort. There are signs of humanity, for lack of a better word, right? Like there a couple of just objects, like there's fabric on the walkway that someone's dropped a cloth or something there, but that's kind of as much as you can see for the time being.
Okay, so not much down here.
The furthest
Gotta
off that
keep
you
going.
can see going down, the furthest thing you can see, you can just make it out from the kind of crossroad point, is like a little wooden bridge that's obviously been made to cross over the sewer without having to step in the sewage. So that you can see off in the distance as well.
That bridge looks made.
Do you think this is someone's home? Are
It
we
doesn't look
invading?
original.
I don't know about that. I mean, I would imagine other people don't want to cross the sewage in their bare feet, so a bridge makes sense to me, but perhaps.
But if it was an original part of the sewer, that would be normal. But this
Do you
has been
know how
crafted
old? Do you know how old the island is? Because I don't.
old.
Atlas, give me a history check. And actually, Aspen, give me a history check as well.
Okay.
Atlas with a 20 and a 19.
A 19.
I think
Hell yeah.
both of you would perhaps separately remember for different reasons. Atlas, because you've been to Sapphire Springs before, and Aspen, in your case, because when you received the tickets as your prize, there was a little bit of blurb about Sapphire Springs, and you you recall that this resort has been here quite a long time. It's been here about 300 years.
Wow.
It's got
Wow.
a very, very good reputation. It's stayed in business all that time.
Would one of these tunnels that we're in perhaps have been used by pirates beforehand? Is that something that this bridge could have come from? Is like smuggling tunnels that come up into the maintenance? Or am I just reading way too into it?
I'm trying to think how I could do a check for you to know that. I think I tell you what. Give me a perception check, Aspen.
Perception.
I'll call this a DC 14.
Maybe they're snail pirates.
Nope.
10.
Pirate snails.
I think
Don't know.
impossible to know, really. There are. I mean, all I would say is there are signs that people are sometimes down here, but that might just be the staff, or indeed, as a couple of people have speculated, who knows? Maybe it was previously used in some other way, or is indeed currently used in some other way.
It looks like it's bound wood.
Does it look like the snail trail came here?
The snail trail was visible the whole way down the walls as you descended the ladder.
Okay.
You don't really have sight of it. There's some on the walls, but I think what you can probably take from that is it was probably moving through the sewage, and therefore hasn't left a trail in the same way as it did above ground.
I see. Washed away. Okay.
Poopy snail.
Ugh.
Sorry.
I mean,
So, are we continuing on towards the bridge?
Oh hell
I
yeah.
think we continue on to the ladder.
yes, but
Ladder
Aspen's
bridge.
gonna disappear again real quick. I'll be back.
No problem.
Yeah, can we take just like a 2-minute
Yeah,
bathroom break?
Yeah, I tell you what. Let's do that. Let's take a few minutes break. Everyone go and have a freshen up and a drink and so on. I'm going to put everybody on BRB, and I will leave the Discord call briefly, and I'll rejoin in a couple of minutes, and we'll see everybody very shortly. We left things
back
off.
into character.
We left things off with the four of you making your way with some trepidation, I'm sure, through these
Making my way downtown.
dank sewers with drips falling from the ceiling, the sound of the occasional rat squeaking, the occasional sound of bloop, bloop coming from the sewage water. The smell in the air is rancid. And as you make your way through the tunnels of this sewer, arriving then as you do at this wooden bridge, you begin to see some slightly different things. Off to the left, you can see some kind of room open up, and indeed off to the right, a room opens, and you can see a small room begin to take shape in front of you with lights on. You can also see further down the tunnel itself, and ultimately you can see that that's blocked off at the end as well when you the further you go. But there are rooms off to your off to the right and the left. So the right, as we're looking at it, I guess, is the one that's got a visible light, and then off to the left there are some barrels and crates and things in there.
I need to know what's in those barrels. I gotta go over there.
Yeah?
I'm with
Nah.
ya. Yeah.
Cool. You start to a couple of the barrels appear to be open.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand to go through it because I don't trust.
I'm
trust
sticking
it
my
to
whole
not
arm in
be.
them.
No problem. Cope, your camera's frozen. I don't know why.
They're just being
Oh, there you go.
still.
We see you. You are.
Okay.
You were. Yes, you were like you were statuesque. No problem. Cool. So, sorry, you wanted to cast Mage Hand to look into the barrels on your behalf, yeah?
Yeah, it's cantrip.
Sure thing. Mage Hand begins to open up the open barrels. One of them just seems to have a big pile of rags in it, just like just like little scraps of fabric that could perhaps be used as cloths. And the other one has nothing inside it, but it looks like it may have held at one point like oil or something. It's got just like residual oil around the inside of the barrel.
That's
I have
an odd
any-
thing?
Do we have any idea what it is?
It's oil.
It's oil.
Like, okay, but as someone very familiar with different kinds of oil, is it cooking oil? Is it?
Oh, it's no, it's not like grease. It's like machinery oil.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
So grease.
Is that
Fine.
like? Can I look around and see if there's anything else to investigate?
Yeah,
or
well, I
explore?
suppose as you're this far, you'd now be able to see actually this whole area opening up here.
Ah, shit.
This has the look of at some time occupation. So looking down this way, it leads back out to the sewer, which you now see connects up to the main tunnel that you were coming down. And then going up this way, you can actually see that it opens up to this area that looks like it was at one point perhaps occupied in some form or another.
Could I go the opposite direction into the other room?
Yeah,
Yeah,
down
fine.
here, yeah? Yeah, no problem. Does anyone want to go with Atlas?
Yeah, since Atlas is now splitting the party, I'll follow Atlas.
So Avery and Aspen, you're going up here, checking out up here, and then Abby and
Yeah.
Atlas are heading down here. Cool.
Hell yeah, I'm looking for something to steal.
Every DM's favorite thing is when the party splits and you have to tell two stories at once.
We're not
I mean, as long
far.
as you do it cinematically enough, go for it.
Avery and Aspen, then let's take you two first.
Okay.
Yeah, so you make your way into this. You can see like this like blankets cast on the ground. It looks like some kind of makeshift beds had been formed there. And then there's just various evidences, like makeshift tables and chairs that have been made out of like a small barrel next to a crate that and it maybe had a candle sitting on it, and just all these little signs that there was some kind of habitation here. As you push further in, you begin to see more and more evidence of this. In the middle of this room, there's a large pool of water then that opens out. I might as well just give you this entire room, I think.
Oh, that doesn't look sewagey.
I have managed to place the captions on the screen exactly over where you're. Hang on. Inconvenient.
So that's the room that you find yourselves in. Some signs of habitation,
boy.
and then this kind of I guess, reservoir of water, which you're right. It's not contaminated to the same extent, though it doesn't. It still doesn't smell great in this room, to be honest. But it does smell a bit better. Any thoughts for the two of you?
Can I see how deep the water is in that like center area?
Yeah. How do you want to do that?
Find something heavy and toss it in. I guess.
It's not like it's not see through enough. It's still a bit kind of murky, so you can't kind of see the depth of it. You want to throw something in, so you can grab a what should we say is there like just a brick that's come loose, and
We all know how this ends.
and hurl it into the water, and it you hear a loud plunk. It's certainly deeper than the sewage water, which was only ankle deep. You'd have probably still even be able to see the brick poking up above the thing, or you'd at least kind of see it, be able to see it still. It sinks. It sinks. That's what you can see. How deep? Not possible to know. You don't hear anything.
Oh, we don't hear it land at all? There's no, like,
Nope.
time delay that we can time? Oh.
Shit. Okay.
Ugh.
But I don't know how much you would like. You probably wouldn't hear anything, even if it was only like 10, 15 feet deep. I would think, right? Like by the time it hit the bottom, I doubt you'd hear that from where you are.
Basically, it's deep enough that we'd be underwater.
Oh yeah,
I would've
yeah,
thought
for
even-
sure. You would be submerged.
Okay.
From
4 feet, you would hear it.
experience, about 15 feet is about as far as you can hear something heavy being dropped. Like a 10-foot pool, I can still hear something if someone drops it in.
Wow.
But anything further than that, yeah. So anything further than 10 feet, yeah.
Oh yeah,
we
it's
can't
deeper
hear
than
anything.
10 feet, definitely.
Okay,
Okay.
good to know.
A couple of seconds after the brick enters the water, you spot across this reservoir of water, the water is disturbed somewhat over, but not from the brick. It's like the ripples from that splash fan out across this reservoir, and across the other side, when the ripples reach it, you can see that there is something disturbed in the water, and some bubbles arise to the surface.
There is something
the-
living in that water.
In the center?
Kind of on the other side to you. So I've got you guys
Oh,
here.
okay.
I've got you two here, right? Like where this bridge is. Probably this would be the nearest part to you. So over here is where you would see the disturbance.
Got it.
Okay.
I mean, like, can I like look around, like where it looks like people have been like living, and like investigate to see if I find any like notes left behind or anything of use?
Yeah, absolutely. Great call. Give me an investigation check. DC.
I would like to assist or also roll if I can give her insight or give her advantage with the help action.
Do it. So, Avery, you're going to roll with advantage. So when you select the D20, you should see there's a button that says ADV on it. So just click that before you then roll.
And I can add my +1 too.
Yes.
Okay. Yippee!
Both dreadful rolls. No good at all.
Oop.
What you can see is that from out of that reservoir, at some point, the goop trail has picked up again and has gone through this area as well. You don't find any notes. You do find some scattered clothes and things like that, but there's nothing else that kind of tells too much of a story here, unfortunately.
I mean, like, Aspen, what do you think we should be doing here? Like, I don't want. I was thinking about going into the water to like look see if I can see anything, but I think there's something in there. I don't really want to be in there.
I mean, I do have Mage Hand, so we can fully go poke at it.
Yeah, let's
safely.
poke at it.
Yeah. So you're
So
gonna
Yeah.
what?
We're
Remind
gonna
me.
walk over.
Let me just remind myself what Mage Hand can and cannot do.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah, if you've got it
Okay.
there, if you want to read it.
So Mage Hand has verbal and somatic components. So every time I'm doing this, I am playing my string instrument, one of them.
Nice.
Actually, nah, I've got the flute. You know what? This character, I'm personally very bad at the 2 wind instruments that I own, so I'm not going to do them for you. But we're going to say that my flute, that is also a dagger, is what I'm playing here. So I'm playing and saying, I'm gonna go poke at that thing, and a spectral floating hand appears over by the bubbles. As long as it's within 30 feet. 30 feet is my distance. I can use the hand to manipulate the object, unlock an open and unlock door or container, pull something in or store in an open container, or pour stuff out of a vial.
Cool. So you wanted to use Mage Hand to investigate and disturb further whatever you disturbed previously, yeah?
Whatever's down there.
Mage Hand descends into the water and
Doesn't return.
it kind of fully submerges, but right after it does, there is some thrashing in the water. Quite a small thrashing. It's not like, this isn't a fucking Kraken rises up. It's a small something begins to move around quite vigorously. Let's go and pick up with Atlas and Abby while that's, and we'll find out what happens there when we return. So Atlas and Abby, you have headed over to the other side of this thing, and I guess you find a fairly similar scene as you enter this. There's again this kind of other water source, and you see pipes around the place, and there are a couple of doors coming off this room as well to other kind of smaller rooms. But as you enter this area, it kind of opens up into there's a higher ceiling. It's almost like a dome-shaped room with these 4 bridges leading to a central platform as well for reasons unknown.
Do you want to taste this water as well?
I'm not sure about that, but I'll certainly give it a sniff.
It looks like the fountain water. Go on, have a sniff.
Abby's gonna kind of lean down and take a sniff to see if he smells anything on the water.
Love it. It's not very nice, but doesn't.
Am I standing behind him?
You tell me.
I'm standing behind him. Can I give him a little nudge on the ass and accidentally tip him into the water?
No.
No!
I genuinely think that would qualify as PvP. So I'm going to say no. You can't. You can give him a kick on the butt, and we'll say that Abby, your nose comes frightfully close to this water. You're not gonna. Your face doesn't go in, but you smell this pungent water. It's not as bad as the full-on sewage water when you first came down into the sewer, but it's not very nice.
Oh, Atlas, did you mean to give me a boost like that? You almost knocked me in.
Oh, sorry, didn't see you there.
Oh,
But,
frightfully bad sight.
This is not good water then.
Doesn't seem too nice, but also not the worst water I've ever seen.
Fair enough.
The sound of this conversation echoes off the walls, and a moment later, you hear something coming from one of the smaller rooms off to the side, and you hear a voice. It goes, "Hello?
It's me, Atlas.
Huh. Atlas? Oh! You've been here before, haven't you?
Yes, it's me, Atlas.
What?
Can I rush over to the door?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it would be a very sensible step for you to see where this is coming from. So you can see into the you can kind of see up into both of these rooms as you come further into the room. The noise is coming from this one right in the corner, in the bottom corner, and as you approach, you see a wooden door pulled open slightly, and the head of an owlin kind of peeping out. Atlas, give me a history check. DC of this is going to be a DC of 18.
Ooh, spicy.
16.
Pretty close.
You are pretty sure this guy's name is Manuel. And yeah, that you see this owlin who you know as Manuel, poking his head out and looking very terrified.
Manuel!
What?
This is my friend Manuel, Abby.
What you, mate?
Sorry, my name's actually Alden. It's Alden actually, but
Oh, Manuel. Tell Abby about the goat. Do you remember about the goat, Manuel?
I'm not here to talk about no goat, Mr. Atlas. We've got much bigger problems. How on earth did you
Bigger
even
than the goat?
How did you even get down here alive? That's what I want to know.
Oh, well, you see, there's a ladder. And we
know
went
this.
down the ladder,
But you
and then
didn't.
we're here.
But you haven't passed the beast.
What beast?
Is it a snail, by any chance?
Oh, no, it's not. No snail. I haven't even seen it close up. But I tell you, it does leave an awful slimy path. But tis no snail. I tell you that.
Oh.
What is it?
Is anyone else alive?
I don't know.
Is it just you down here?
As far as I know, it is.
Mm.
But we.
Well, thank you, Manuel. Do you want to stay hidden in here?
I'm not going anywhere until I know that it's safe from that beast.
I better go kill this beast for you then, Manuel. And then we'll talk about the goat. You have to tell my friend about the goat when I get back.
Give me a charisma check with disadvantage.
A charisma check with disadvantage. Yeah, okay.
He's not having any of your shit.
He might be.
Mate,
we'll soon
Manuel's-
find out if he is.
Manuel's my big mate.
12.
Oh.
He grabs you by the shirt. So this is an owlin, okay? So this is an owl.
He's quite small.
Owl like man. No, he's kind of normal sized, I think. But he does look quite gaunt and drawn. Looking around the place, you can see that any barrels or boxes that were in there have been ransacked, and he is grasping in his hand like a dry wafer biscuit that he's just been, the whole time you've been talking, he's been kind of nervously nibbling on it. He looks tired, but he does kind of suddenly grab Atlas by the front, by the shirt or whatever. He's like, "Stop talking about fucking goats! We've got bigger problems, alright!" And he fucking shoves you back, you know.
I would like to cast
Okay. Divine smite.
I can say, Manuel, you clearly are not well. You haven't eaten. Let me cast this effect on you. It'll make you feel better. And I'm going to cast protection from evil.
Cool.
It won't do anything, but maybe it'll make him feel better.
What does it do? Let's have a look. Protected against certain types of creatures: aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. Okay, cool. Thank you. Let's pick up with Aspen and Avery, who last we saw them, Mage Hand had delved into this reservoir of slightly gross water. Just kind of, the water has now got gradients of how gross it is. This is like slightly gross water. So while this conversation is going on, I don't think you'd be able to hear it from this distance.
No.
I don't think so.
Probably at most you can hear kind of some voices muffling the echo of that coming through, but I don't think you would necessarily have heard a third voice and be able to identify it as such. Mage Hand had delved in and caused a bit of a ruckus, and suddenly the surface of the water breaks, and Mage Hand comes up, and held within Mage Hand is this a small creature that is thrashing about. It looks like kind of a larval stage of something. You know, it looks like I don't know if anyone's ever played Morrowind. Mikey, you definitely have. If you know what a Quama forager looks like, that's sort of what it looks like. It's like a little small slug with just like
Spell that for me.
just like a small mouth on the front of it, and it's this kind of dark greenish brown. Yeah, like it's a dark greenish colour, but it's just short. It's about maybe a foot long, and it's thrashing about within Mage Hand, which picks it out of the water and deposits it on the side. The creature, it sort of thrashes around a bit on the side, and then you hear a horrible noise, which is this thing. It sounds like it's sniffing the air, but the sound of it sniffing is horrible to your ears. And after it does so for a couple of seconds, you see it begin hopping and kind of like slide hopping along this along the side of the reservoir, and it begins making its way round towards the two of you.
If I cast Speak with Animals, do you think I'd be able to communicate with it?
Oh yeah, within the spell reaction.
I think, does Speak with Animals have an intelligence requirement or not? You gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at minimum, beasts can give you information. Okay, but at minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived in the past day.
So is it a beast?
That I think is the question. I think no, it's not.
Okay.
However, you may be interested to know that a ladybug is walking along my desk. So
Aww.
I've got my own little visitor.
Is it invasive?
I didn't know how to even tell.
Aw, cute.
Cute, no?
Because if it's invasive, then
I haven't seen one of these. I haven't seen one of these in ages. Anyway, so that's that. He can go back on the desk and make his own luck. Good. So it's hopping around the side towards you. What do you want to do?
Aspen, do you think it's friendly?
Is it less than 10 pounds? Can I use the mage hand to try to block it?
Mage Hand already picked it up, so yeah, it's definitely less than £10.
Okay, can I just, like, be playing a game of, like,
Keep away, like
block? Yeah.
like the old thing you do to a short person or a kid, right? Like you put your hand on their forehead and stop them, and they're like
Yes.
swinging their arms.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, Mage Hand can absolutely do that. It holds it in place. But
And then
it does. Can Mage Hand take damage? I actually don't know. I don't think it can. No.
It can't
doesn't
attack.
It can't
Yeah,
attack. I've no reason to think, looking at that it can take damage. So what happens is Mage Hand kind of whips around in front of it per your command and is holding it at bay. But this thing just like starts snarling. It's got a small mouth on the front that's like up against this thing. It doesn't seem to have enough intelligence to problem solve in that way. It's more kind of operating on instinct, but it's sort of trying to bite at Mage Hand and not having any luck, basically.
Okay, yeah. So it's a 1 action cast time, and it lasts for 1 minute. So I would imagine at some point it disappeared, and in the process of me trying to get it back, it was hopping. So we're in this, like, I'm continually losing, but buying myself a little bit of time with Mage Hand just holding it off like a terrible kitten that's just clawing at me.
So
you guys have legs though, don't you? Run away.
Well, you could, but yeah, I mean, yeah. So basically, every minute, Mage Hand disappears, and this creature hops a few, a couple of a meter or so closer, perhaps, and then is another Mage Hand comes in to block it. What have you got a longer term plan than this? It's gonna, someday that's gonna run out of usefulness.
Aspen, I think we gotta kill it.
Okay, we can just. Do you want to be the one to attack this, or?
I mean, like, I'm a little sad
You know what?
because it's kind of cute, but like, I think it's trying to hurt us.
Okay, I'm gonna give up on the Mage Hand, and I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery. Okay, it's a verbal component. I'm gonna go, dance, fucker, dance. You never stood a chance. And it's gonna take 1d6. It has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
What's the DC?
1d6. My DC is 14.
Okay, we are going for a wisdom saving throw. Let me just 2 seconds. Wisdom. Okay, fine. Wisdom saving throw. And we've got what do we got to beat? A 14, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
This thing can't have much wisdom, can it?
It's an 8. It fails. And so you have been unleashing a torrent of abuse at this little creature. Somehow it doesn't have eyes, but it does look sad. It's like it looks like you really got to him. So
it could hear me. You know.
It heard. So and it takes then 1d4 psychic damage, right?
It's actually 2d6. I read the upgrade because we're level 5.
Yes.
I get 2d6.
Okay, cool.
So
feel free to roll then.
How do I add an extra die to this?
You just click
on the number of die?
again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 9.
9. This creature, which has just been hopping towards you and snarling, hears your awful words, and it kind of stops where it is, looks at, and its mouth points towards you, and it makes a sad face and goes, and then just snaps in half and dies. Just drops dead right on the side.
That's so sad. It's
Um,
just a baby Aspen. Why?
Aspen, you are the worst kind of murderer. Like, let's say it how it is.
I'm just saying it how it is sometimes. They never stood a chance.
Is there anything else you'd like to do with your fallen enemy?
I'd like to go over and investigate the area around it, and also just kind of like see like a bit more closely like what exactly is going on near it. If that
Give
makes
me a nature check.
sense. Nature check. Where's my
Alpha, you're right. Loot that body.
dude that body? Nature is +4.
Nice.
You guys. Okay, actually, that's above table talk. I'll hold it to the end.
24. Yeah, I think
Congratulations.
what you can see, you don't recognize this animal. Firstly, I think is the first thing to say. You've never seen this before. As it's been hopping around the side, it has been leaving a very similar trail to what you saw above ground. But this is some kind of, all you can really make out is that it's a small beast with a mouth on the front. It leaves a very similar trail.
I don't think he's the one who left all the trails upstairs, but he has to be in some way related to what's leaving the trails, I think.
Let's return to Atlas and Abby, who were heading off to kill the quote-unquote beast, as described by Alden. As you're heading off, Alden calls behind you and says, Wait! I have to tell you something. He runs over to the two of you and kind of he comes running back out of the room that he's been hiding in, and looks really paranoid. He's like looking around the room, his eyes darting around everywhere. He doesn't believe he's alone, basically. And he says, Listen to me. Whatever's out there, there's a pump room, and it has an emergency valve release in there. If you can get to it, it will release water all through the tunnels and wash away anything with great force, mind you. But be careful. I did think I heard a voice yesterday. There may be others still alive in here for all I know.
A voice down here. Have you been in this room for several days?
I've been in here for I don't know how many days. I have no idea how many days have passed, but I would guess at least a week and a half.
That's a long time. How come no one's called for help?
I did call for help. I called for help many times. Any time I tried to go out, I was confronted by that beast. I came back in here to hide.
You keep calling it a beast. Could you describe what it looks like?
I've only seen its eyes. What terrible they are, terrible. Lurching up out of the sewage. Oh, the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
So it's a swimmer?
Yes, it swims. That's right.
Good to know.
Don't
Atlas,
step
maybe
into
we
the
ought to
sewage.
stay out the water.
Keep your feet out of there.
I agree. Let's go north.
Well, thank you for the information, Manuel. Much appreciated.
My name... Right, Abby, give me a charisma check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
What am I? Okay. Yeah. Did I add my... Yeah, okay. Well...
He is bristling, And he's like, look, if you can get me out of here, I won't really care. But I can tell you now, he points at Atlas and goes, you talking about fucking goats the whole time? And you, points at Abby, it's like, and the pair of you, my name's Alden. And he walks back into his room and slams the door behind him.
Fucking gratitude for you. Let's cheat on him.
Alden seems a tad anxious.
Manuel will not be getting a tip after this. I can tell you that.
Where to, lads?
So there's like a stairs to the north.
Yeah.
Could we go up there?
Certainly, you can investigate that room. Absolutely. You do investigate it. Actually, what you find is there's not a great deal of interest in here. It appears to be a storage room. Again, there are some signs of habitation previously, but again, it's quite sort of improvised. And there's not really anything. Looking through the boxes, it's just
Shite.
Rubbish. Yeah.
Is there any slime on the floor?
Interestingly, no. This room appears to be all clear.
Well, Abby, there's no slime on the floor here. This can't be where the monster is. Let's head back the other way. See if the not twins, the sisters.
They are twins.
Are they twins? The twins have found anything?
All right, let's head that way.
I think we are at an impasse here.
Let's return to Avery and presently Aspen. Oh, perfect timing. Let's return to Avery and Aspen. And having made this discovery of this small creature and defeated your foe in as you did, where to? What's your thoughts?
Again? Have you found anything? We found Manuel.
We found
He's going to tell us about the goats later.
The goats?
He's going to tell us later. He said we have to kill the monster first.
Okay.
The beast.
Oh,
I believe you said his name was Alden. Remember?
Yeah, you know. Slug, you say?
Did he give you any information about the monster at all, or did he just say there's a monster?
He said, horrible eyes, kills everyone, can swim. So, maybe Michael Phelps. Maybe.
You said all he's seen is its eyes? Because it's a swimmer?
Yeah. So, probably don't disturb any of the water. Don't throw anything in the water. Don't step in the water. You know, let's not disturb the water.
Avery, like, yeah, we won't, obviously.
We totally didn't do that. We totally found this slimy worm thing on the ground, not in the water from disturbing it with Mage Hand at all.
That would be disastrous if you had.
Oh!
Just like backing up towards the body of this beast, like creature, like kicking it into the water, you know. Fuck. Where to, gang?
Are there any rooms that lead off this one? No.
No. Solid wall.
I think we're going to have to go via the south to continue our journey. We found no further way to the right.
Thank you in chat that you couldn't hear me.
Oh yes, thank you. I sorry, Cope, I didn't see you talking. Did you have something wonderful to add to that, Cope?
I think that there was something in there, but it is gone now, so... I think I was just saying I was glad that I used Mage Hand and didn't actually get in the water.
Yes.
Me too.
Good,
but in my mind, you haven't used it at all.
Yes, indeed.
Because that would be devastating.
So
we
you
mustn't
head
alert the beast.
As you head towards the south, you come to another bridge, and you can now see to your, well, it would be to your right, I guess. The water here is the most lurid and luminous that you've seen yet. And the smell is as bad as it's ever been.
Abby, do you want me to hold your legs whilst you sniff this water?
Oh, thank you for the offer, Atlas, but no, I can smell it from here. It's rather pungent.
Looking across the bridge, you can see the entrance to a room, and I think there's a sign above the door heading into it that just simply says pump room.
So this is where all the pumping took place.
Atlas, didn't your friend mention something about a pump room? He said to flip a switch or something to flush out the system.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he said it would be rather forceful. It might help expel the beast.
Oh, we all know about forceful pumping to expel sometimes, but I think in
don't
this
we?
case, it's necessary.
Did he give any other warnings? I don't think we heard, so.
He said it's forceful pumping in the pump room.
Let's find that
Like-
pump.
He said
Is
you should
this
always
like
be cautious before
we
pumping.
could be in the blast of this? Like, do I need to be concerned about dying?
Well,
I would
He
have
said it would
thought.
flood the tunnels.
Yeah, but I
So,
would have
I don't
thought that the pump room itself would be immune to the pumping of water, or else whoever has to trigger the pump always has to die. So I assume from a purely
You know what
Logical?
assuming does, though? It makes an ass out of you and me. So.
Very popular.
I do have-
phrase.
Where are
I
you
have
getting
water
these
breathing.
ideas?
I have, used many mechanisms before in my life. I have been known to twiddle around in a pumping room. I think we should
Oh.
be safe.
Is that a reference to sex?
What? How dare you? I am a paladin. I am a godly man.
Does God not like sex? I thought
God
he was rather
loves-
into it with the procreation and such.
God loves sex. But there's a time and a place.
I mean, if you guys are really worried, I could cast water breathing on us, unless you think we'll totally be fine.
I mean,
But
that's...
what is a bit of risk in your life?
Okay.
I'll
True.
take some water breathing.
take some-
Yeah. I was gonna say, maybe we all huddle together for just in case. But in this
Just
case,
You guys
actually,
cast water breathing, I'll pull the lever.
just to say this above table, you can ritually cast water breathing, so it doesn't take one of your spell slots.
Yeah, absolutely. And
If
it grants
we
up
take
to
10 minutes.
and it grants up to 10 willing creatures, so you can cover everybody.
I am not willing.
Okay.
Damn, Alice, okay.
he loves to live dangerously. And
I have faith in the big guy that he shall deliver me from evil
Are you talking
And-
about the beast, Atlas?
and water. No, the big guy.
me.
The big guy is my
Martin.
he's my god.
I'm the that's
You're a
me. That's
particular
what,
guy.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Well, friends, all of this excellent planning sounds wonderful.
Maybe we should get into the pumping room first, though.
Yeah.
Oh, were we not there already? I'm so sorry.
You're stood kind of here, I believe, able to see across this bridge. I fear, though, the opportunity may have gone, as suddenly disturbed, I'm sure, by all this noise and conversation and discussion of pumping. The water, at its most green and lurid point, suddenly ripples with activity.
Oh, no.
And
Did someone disturb the water?
I think you all did. I think this was a team effort. You
I have
Yeah.
no such thing.
see as an enormous creature it not only now you know that this sewage water, certainly the part that you caught it at was only ankle deep. It does appear to have got a little deeper since then, but rising up out of this, and as you look at it, it seems to be almost being formed from the sewage. Rises this huge greenish brown monster, oozing with this slime that you've seen everywhere. And if anyone knows what a mud skipper looks like, that's really what it resembles. And if you don't know what a mud skipper looks like, fear not, because I have a picture of one that I can put up on screen so that you can see what its face looks like. And
They're kind of cute.
they are kind of cute, right? But this one is perhaps sort of 15 feet tall, and more or less fills the width of this tunnel as well. So yeah, that's something to think about, isn't it? And it rises up and letting out this enormous guttural monstrous sound. It rises up directly underneath this wooden bridge and shatters it into pieces. This thing is now right in front of you, and it turns with its hideous eyes and begins to lurch. Everybody, please, would you roll initiative?
Oh boy.
And you better believe I'm going to find you some combat music, and we're also going to do something else really cool in a minute. And that music is going to sound exactly like this. Why not?
Hell yeah!
Oh no.
Crap.
Right, so where's my music? Hello? Is it? I don't hear music.
Oh, it's really quiet.
Is it?
It is
Yeah,
very
I hear
quiet.
it.
If you turn it up a little bit, you can hear it.
Oh, let's go to a different one. One that's not as quiet. I tell you what. I've got one here called Fantasy Dubstep Combat. Let's fucking do it.
Hell yeah!
Fantasy dubstep.
We are going to be cooking here, folks. Right, let me have a look at these initiatives. So, we got a 16, a 20, a 3, and a 6, yeah? So, Abby, you were a 20. Atlas,
Is this where
you
Abby
were-
runs away?
Yeah, so you were a 16. Fuck yeah, man. Let's fucking... Aspen on a 6, and then a 3 for... Oh. A 3 for Avery. Now, let's roll for Beast. You know what? Avery, because you have proficiency in nature, can you give me a nature check, please?
Yes, I can. Where's my knee?
Can I give her
Nature.
any kind of help action? Oh, she's already rolled. Never mind.
Oh no, that wasn't me.
No, that was me. That was me rolling initiative for this for the monster.
Oh, you have a very pretty die.
It's nice, isn't it?
Did Cope want to give me advantage with it? Or
Yeah.
am I just rolling?
I don't
Rod
have a
of
specific
inspiration.
action in mind. Oh, well, I could... Well, I can do that separately, but I would like to do the help action specifically so that she can have advantage. I think I'm familiar with helping, like, back off people's body language so that she can succeed with creatures, so...
So I'll just add an advantage to this. That's okay.
As long as DM says it's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Boom.
Well, a little better.
Thank God.
God, your advantage rolls have been dire, haven't they?
They really
Yeah.
have.
Cool. So, on a 14, the only thing that you can think is in your studies, while while not your forte as much as they were for Aspen, you heard tell of a creature that could be formed from stagnant water, known as a Saburo.
Saburo.
And they could grow to enormous sizes and swallow people whole.
Guys, I think this creature might be what we're looking for. He might have ate everyone.
I'm going to write Saburo in chat just in case you need it. I don't.
Thank you.
It doesn't make a huge difference to spelling, but just for your info. Right, folks, we are in initiative, and it's about to get crazy. Let's. Oh, fuck! Where are my manners? Let me take you over to the roll initiative board. Whoa!
Ooh,
Where we've got full
fancy.
sight. So we have got. Where are my tokens? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Avery and Aspen, yours the wrong way around. I knew there was something I was going to get wrong. There we go.
Am I supposed to be able to see something on the
On my stream?
roll? So I'm supposed to see it on your stream, yes?
Yes.
Is where I'm seeing it?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Okay, because
good.
I've been looking at stream this whole time.
Okay,
Good.
good.
And so we've got this, and we've got the Saburo, which is... Oh, shit.
I love his poggers face. Poggers?
Purpose. Now, where you all are at the moment is right here. And I've just remembered that I have a grid version of this very same map. So we can actually see what we're doing a little bit as well. Sorry for the delay in setting up. But I think you will see a grid appear over that. There we go.
While you set that up, I'm gonna go get a sparkling water. Also, chat, this
Do
is a
it.
Coke special. If you haven't had some water in a while, or you haven't eaten anything in a bit, this is me gently bullying you to go take care of yourselves. Also, do a back stretch. And if you forgot to take your meds, take your fucking meds.
Do as Cope says. Cool. Let's, while Cope is doing that, yes, as Cope says, if you do need to go and do any of those self-care things, I'm just going to put all of your tokens over Nyar, where you start. Now, you may be worried that you can't see your way into the pump room, and to that I say I'm going to make you all semi-transparent so that you can see a little more of that. So we've got all sorts going on here, folks. We got tools in our locker. So yeah.
How come some of us are more transparent than others?
Do you know it's not set to the exact same level, but it should be pretty close. Yeah, you're right. Dusky looks a lot more. Dusky and Emily look more visible.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just kind of
All right.
have that presence.
All right, Mikey. I've read between the
really
lines.
do.
I'll make you a little bit more visible.
It's important because the people have come to see me. And we would not want to disappoint the
We would not want
audience.
to deprive.
True.
Chat, who have you come to see? We already know.
Honestly, you should just
It's
make
me.
Mikey's camera full screen and then transparent.
It's probably
Oh,
better. It's probably better that
Exactly.
way. It's probably better that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can make you all semi-transparent as required. I may even need to remove you all together at some point. So I just want to confirm positions. Then this thing is right in front of you in melee range. The bridge, that wooden bridge, is now completely shattered. It doesn't exist anymore. And to get to the pump room, you're going to need to go round this thing, basically.
Okay, down the hallway.
The first to act is Abby. What you got for me?
What indeed? What
Can I just move the tokens around quickly?
Why?
I'm guessing. Is there any? Can we move past people?
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, you can squeeze past people. It's fine. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right. So. Yeah, cool things and stuff for Abby doing. Okay. So what level spell is this?
First, that's one.
Okay. So Abby is going to. He's standing there, and this big thing bursts out, and clearly this is a confrontation. He goes, "Oh, Ochimate, I was wondering if maybe you could turn around and leave us alone, perhaps." And he's going to use command to try and make it flee.
Okay.
So it's a wisdom save from the creature.
Yeah. And needs to be
DC 14.
DC 14. Rolls a 19.
Damn it. All right. So that didn't.
Any bonus action movement?
All right, mate. Well, I'm just gonna step back here, and he's gonna try and step back behind everyone to get some distance between him.
Okay. How far do you want to go?
I've got a movement of 25, I think.
Should be probably 30.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh, I guess we're level 5. Just let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20. 2 squares behind the back row.
As far as you can go.
No, Abby's gonna stay in the fight. He's just, smart enough to know not to be a frontliner.
Awesome. Any bonus action?
Probably not. No, he's good.
Atlas.
Okay. I am going to cast Divine Smite.
Yeah, let's have it.
Oh.
Atlas about to come in with a hammer blow.
Which is 3d8 of radiant damage.
Nice.
1, 2, 3.
Isn't it that you add this to an attack, or am I going crazy? Yes. So
yes,
I don't mind taking that. Added... So firstly, we need the. So you're going to give me your attack roll first.
That is correct.
With your standard attack, and then
I've jumped ahead.
That's fine. I don't mind taking that as your roll, assuming assuming it hits. But Atlas crits Hitty pretty fucking hard.
What's its AC?
None of your fucking business. I'll tell you if you hit or not. On a 13, it's a miss. Does Atlas have 2 attacks or?
I have 2 attacks though, so
yes.
I'm going to attack again.
Go ahead.
Come on, +7.
I'm going to make a 16. It's a hit. So
I'm gonna have to. I'll re-roll the damage though.
Yeah, and so it's so it's the standard damage plus the divine smite damage. Yeah. So if I'm right, it's 2. So it should be 2d6 plus 4, I think, right? And then plus the damage 3D. From the divine smite.
Yeah.
21. Nice. Very good.
Take that!
Cool. Awesome. Any movement?
I would like to spin around on the spot and then slot drop and then just stare at it in its face.
So, having hit it pretty hard, you give it a slut drop and then look it dead in the eye, but no movement, right?
Yeah. Well, you could even move me closer if you wanted to.
Oh, I love that.
Put me right there.
Atlas
right next to it.
Right into fucking melee range. Love that.
Yeah. Like I'm right on the cusp.
I suppose you would have been there anyway for the attack, so that's fine.
For the attack, yeah.
All right, cool. Next up, it is going to be the Saburo, and it's turn to attack. Atlas may regret that decision to move directly into melee range, But
I have to anyway for the attack.
I suppose so. So let's go then. It is going to make a slam attack. No, right. Firstly, sorry. The first thing it's going to do is a legendary action before its turn.
Legendary action.
Yes. And what it does is it's going to spawn 2 fledglings. Now these are the same creature that Aspen and Avery encountered, and that they are going to. Just realised I'm going to need to create tokens for them really quickly, which is fine. They're going to look exactly the same as the Saburo, but smaller, and it kind of spews them out of the sewage. These things emerge onto the onto land, and they are right here in front of the Saburo.
Oh.
We'll make it a lot smaller.
Could I just say something as well?
Yes.
I'm sorry, but my greatsword has grays on it, so even if I do miss, I do damage.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, tell me more.
To my ability modifier.
What's going on with this token? Why is that doing that? I don't understand why that's doing that. 2 seconds.
No worries.
So, sorry, Mikey. Go ahead.
It's just an extra 4 damage.
Okay, fine. No problem.
Because my first one missed, but I've got grays, so even if I miss, I still do damage equal to my. What I'm saying.
So, what you're telling me
my
is
ability modifier.
Plus, so another 4 damage to the Saburo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. No problem. So these 2 fledglings emerge from the sewage and are now facing you down as well. I'm going to roll initiative for them firstly to see where they go in the turn order. They'll attack as 1. They roll a 20. They go to the top of the turn order. Cool. And so they're there. Right, it's the Saburo's turn. It is going to make a slam attack on Atlas. Which
Bring it on, fish boy!
I will tell you now, it has a +7 to hit. What's the AC?
18.
Well, just as well then, isn't it? Here we go. A 15, it's a miss. It's going to make a second slam attack. Same again. A 15 again! 2 misses. The Saburo absolutely whiffs on both. It brings its mighty weight down, splashing sewage water everywhere, but doesn't land a blow on Atlas. It's cool. That's that. We are now over to Aspen, please.
All right. So, Aspen is going to. Am I within melee range?
You can get there. You can get right. You're in melee range of one of the fledglings.
Well, I would rather not be, and I was hoping to not necessarily get an attack of opportunity. I want to stay away.
Okay.
But I am going to cast Bane. Up to 3 creatures that I can see must make charisma saving throws.
Love it.
Of 14.
Okay. And if they fail?
Whenever a target that fails this save makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target must subtract 1d4 from the attack roll or save.
Nice, love that. Okay, we're going to roll for the Saburo first, and it's got to be 14, was it?
Yeah, 14.
-1, it rolls.
Yeah.
Let's roll for these. The fledglings will have 1 roll between them. They do have separate attacks, but for all other purposes, we'll roll them together. And they roll a 10, so it's a fail all round. So yeah, they suffer the effects of Bane.
So the flavor here, it's verbal, somatic, and material requiring a drop of blood. So I stab myself a little bit with my dagger flute before you shall not do what you want to do. And so now they have to subtract 1d4 from their next attack roll or save.
Great, thank
It's
you
up
very
to
much.
up to 1 minute as long as I maintain concentration.
Okay, good to know.
And then
Yeah.
I can also I'm gonna do Bardic Inspiration because I have a bonus action.
Cool, yeah.
And so Sis kick-ass going to Avery.
Nice, bit of bardic inspiration coming at you. Emily can add what to
1d8.
1d8 to any attack roll.
Yeah. Yes.
Great. Anything else? Any movement?
Maybe back up like 5 feet, just so that I'm not within immediate melee range of these
Love
guys.
that. Okay, cool.
You should go stand next to Abby.
Okay, no problem. Avery, you are up.
It's me.
It's you. What do you got for me?
I think I am going to. Am I able to try earth binding it? The main Sarbiro? Is that how you say it?
Saburo, read it to me.
Choose one creature you can see within range. Yellow strips of magical energy loop around the creature. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw, or its flying speed, if any, is reduced to 0 feet for the spell's duration. An airborne creature affected by this spell safely descends at 60 feet per round until it reaches the ground or the spell ends.
No, because it's not
I don't
flying.
know if that's helpful. Yeah.
But is it only for flying?
Yeah,
I thought it was.
Never
mind.
It's to bring down
If you're looking to get
flying
them
things.
stuck, web might help.
Yeah, if you've got like something like web or something, that would definitely be applicable.
I'm gonna use web then.
Nice, love it. Give me some web if you've got that.
I do
Level
have web.
2.
So do I have to roll something for that?
Yeah, you sure do. So web is a concentration spell. You are going to I'm going to have to roll a strength
14.
check.
No,
So-
it's Dex.
Sorry. Oh yeah, sorry. You're right. Yes, Dex 14. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm going to roll this. So where are you? You're going to cast this in such a way, and it covers a
20-foot cube.
20-foot cube. So I think you could cover the fledglings and the Saburo with this.
Hell yeah.
I just want to see one thing. If the webs are under a strained condition in the webs, okay, cool. All right, no problem. Cool. Right, let's roll firstly for the fledglings. They are gonna have to beat a 14 dex. They sure don't roll a 10. Both the fledglings are webbed. However, Saburo is rather stronger than that, and I suspect may have a better time of things. Cool. 14 to beat. 12. It's webbed. All three are ensnared by your fighting gunk with gunk here. The your web emerges from you, Avery, and ensnares the two fledglings, which begin to thrash around, and also the Saburo, which lets out this guttural roar kind of thing. Any movement or bonus actions?
How do I know what a bonus action would be? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's
On your character sheet.
Avery,
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's under if you go to the actions tab and then scroll down to bonus actions.
Thank you. Okay.
So, I mean,
Oh.
the main one for you is Wild Shape, but yeah.
You also do have produce flame
Oh,
and
yeah, that's
chalet.
So
I
produce
will
flame
do
is like
shillelagh.
shillelagh.
Well, you did just cast webs, so you would get the bonus D4 if you lit that on fire.
Oh, so I could light it on fire?
Yeah.
You're so right, Cope. I'm gonna light it on fire. This is why Cope's helping me.
Yeah, let's do it. So
I was like, I'm gonna cast shillelagh, and then Aspen was like, no, produce. I'm like, you're so right, Aspen. Thanks.
Is she like right next to me? Like as she goes to do the motions of chalet, I'm gonna be like, nah.
What are you doing, girl?
Nah. Light it up.
So produce flame is a bonus action. You can make magic until the flickering flame appears in your hand. While there, the flame emits no heat and ignites nothing. It sheds bright light. Fine. Until the spell ends, you can take a magic action to hurl fire.
Okay. So she can light that and then fire it on her next action.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So all you can do this turn is hold a flame.
That's still fine, because I'd still probably like to throw it potentially.
Good. All right, cool. Right, we're going back up to the top of the initiative where our fledglings would have been coming in to make an attack. As it is, they are ensnared and therefore have to, I believe, make a strength check to try and get free of it.
Yeah.
So they are going to... Oh! There might be something else first. Firstly, there is going to be another legendary action from the Saburo, which is going to use its belch feature, in which it is going to blast a 30-foot cone in front of itself. Anyone within it must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution save, or be pushed back 15 feet. So I think certainly, let me just have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would say, Abby, you're just clear of it. So you don't have to make this save. But the other three of you, if you could please give me a Constitution saving throw.
Nice.
Oh. So, who failed? Atlas. Atlas, you are transported, as if by magic, 15 feet back, and the other two stay where you are. I'll tell you now, the Saburo has 2 legendary actions per turn, and you haven't seen everything it can do yet.
Can I just make a verbal reaction to the belch?
Yes, please.
I just want to go, whoo-wee! You know, I've smelled some pretty rank stuff in my time, but wow, sir, that was a good one.
It's almost, the belch itself is almost visible. You know, like when the ground's hot and the air above it is like wavy? It's kind of like that. You almost see this belch coming at you. Atlas, you're thrown back. You're not prone though. You're okay.
Mirage, yeah.
So
I can do the math for that.
Yeah, indeed. Just like a mirage. Cool. Our fledglings are webbed. They need to make a strength throw to get clear of it. It's a 14 to beat, correct? It will either be both of them or neither at all.
Yeah.
They stay very webbed, and as such, they are considered restrained, which I believe means they cannot do anything. So, with that in mind, we are on to Abby.
All right. From this position, am I taking any penalties for targeting the big boy? Or is he big enough that I can see, like, over my compatriots?
I think you're currently obscured because there's 2 people in front of you here.
Okay. Would that be like
I don't mind for the purposes of this that you can squeeze through them though.
You mean like move through them?
Move through them, yeah.
Okay. What would be the penalty for a spell if I tried to target the
Death.
big guy?
No, we'll just do it with like partly obscured.
What's the modifier for that?
It is. I think you just got a disadvantage on it.
Oh, it's disadvantage.
We'll say. Yeah, it's going to be considered half cover.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Unless Cope, you know off the top of your head. Sorry, that's.
I am. I literally just had this like pulled up and was studying the. I was literally studying for this game last night, you guys. It was kind of cute. But I don't remember the restrain conditions specifically. I think that they can maybe either take a action or a bonus action, but they can only do one or the other, and they cannot move off the top of my head.
It just says, to be honest, it just says
+2 bonus to AC.
It just says the GM determines whether the target has cover and whether you have an advantage or disadvantage. Oh, cover, here we go. Half cover. Oh, a target with half cover. Yes, sorry, that's what you were just saying, Dusky, wasn't it? Has a +2 bonus to AC and dexterity saving throws. So
Okay.
that's the answer.
Okay. So essentially a -2 to my attack.
Yes, I suppose it is.
That's how it's framed in Pathfinder. That's why I wanted to know
Yeah.
how it was. The rule was structured.
Sounds good.
Okay. In that case, I think what I will do.
And Grig is correcting me to say that restrained stops speed and not actions, which means the fledglings could make an attack maybe. So I think we should. Are they down? So they're just on half restrained. A creature's speed becomes 0. Yeah. Okay. So sorry, I see the problem. But they're not in melee range of anybody, so they can't attack anyone. They don't have any ranged attack. So.
Okay.
So we're good. So sorry. Back to you, Abby.
All right. So why don't we? Abby doesn't really want to get closer to anybody,
Classic.
so he is going to. He's gonna target the big bois with a chromatic orb. He's
Yeah.
gonna use a second level spell slot for it, so it's gonna be up a level.
Cool.
Let me see. What's the okay? Sorry, I'm like using my D&D Beyond spell sheet, so just have to like find everything that I'm doing. Okay. +6. +6. Roll. So yeah, 18 and it
It's
gets
a hit.
that +2. Okay. Perfect. That is going to be. Oh, and I guess I had to choose a damage type. I would have gone with electric since it was in the water.
Sounds good.
It's gonna be 3d8, or is it?
Give me that damage, girl.
Let me see. Oh no, it's 4d8 because it's
Nice.
up. Because I was up a level. Okay.
Hit this thing.
1, 2, 3, 4. Roll.
Oh, those are
There we
some
go.
decent numbers. 23.
Nice.
Not bad.
That's going to be... Okay, cool.
And because I rolled 2 6s, it jumps
Oh,
to
and- Sorry, I should...
nearby target.
Actually, it doesn't... right. There is the other thing. This thing is currently webbed, so any attack you make against it should be with advantage. Now, you already hit, but you could crit. So if you want to give me a second attack roll...
Okay.
Because if so... Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
So we'll stick as we are.
Okay, so it takes that damage, and the spell jumps to another enemy within 30 feet. So the small bois in front of it
Yeah.
will also, let's see, what's it say? If you roll the same number on 2 or more of the d8s, the orb leaps to a different target of your choice within 30 feet of the target. Make an attack roll against the new target. Make a new
Cool.
damage roll. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
give me,
so new
so
attack
give me a, and this will be with advantage as well.
All right. +6 advantage.
Just as
12
well.
on one of the small boys.
It's a hit.
All right. Okay.
Give me the damage.
And that's a 2, 3, 4. Roll.
Holy fuck.
Okay.
The it pops. It just pops. Like this lightning just like surrounds
Popcorn,
it, and
baby.
and you hear this high pitched like a kettle boiling, like an old kettle whistling. You know, it's like and bam, it just pops. We are one of them is out of here. The one probably closest, I guess. Down to one fledgling, and the Saburo. Cool. Anything else?
Nope. I think that's going to be it for Abby on this turn.
Sweet. Real sweet. Next up is going to be Atlas. What you got for me?
I'm gonna just run straight back up to melee
Nice.
range.
Love it. Cool. You can get there. That's fine.
Yep.
Same again.
No, I'm gonna do something slightly different. I'm just
Ooh.
gonna hit it with the greatsword this time.
Okay. It's going to be with advantage on your attack rolls because this thing is still webbed.
Yeah.
Web has been a fucking killer for this thing.
1 second, sorry.
18. Yes, it's a hit. Give me that damage. Uh, 15, yeah?
15, yeah.
All right.
Watch. And as a bonus action,
Yeah.
I am going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Cool. Awesome. Anything else?
No.
Awesome. Legendary action from the Saburo. It's going to use Spawn again, and 2 more fledglings are going to appear. I'm not going to give them their own token. I'm going to keep them with the other one. However, 2 of them are unwebbed, obviously. So we've got 1 webbed, and 2 more unwebbed. Cool.
Are they going to have the same attack initiative?
Yeah, they'll go with the other fledgling. Yeah. Cool. Next up on our this fantasy dubstep is really doing it for me. It's the Saburo.
Yeah.
The Saburo needs to make a strength saving throw to become unrestrained. 14 to beat. This does count as its action, though. You'll be pleased to hear. So it won't be attacking you no matter what. What you got for me? It's a 19. It breaks clear of the web.
Silvery barbs. Wait, hang on. Is silvery barbs only a 4? If it's only a 4, then I take it back. Wait, where'd it go? Oh no. So I magically distract the triggering creature. It has to succeed on a roll and turn its momentary uncertainty into encouragement for another creature. The triggering creature must re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll.
Okay. Here it comes again. 7. It stays webbed.
I then choose a different creature I can see within range. The chosen creature has advantage on the next attack roll ability check or saving throw it makes within 1 minute.
Damn, Silvery Barbs is cracks, man.
Silvery Barbs is broken, and I'm so glad you didn't notice that I had put it in here.
I'm not a rules guy. I don't ban spells.
So I'm gonna give that to Atlas.
Nice.
So Atlas has got advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Something to keep in mind is that the Sabro is webbed, so you're already attacking with advantage against it anyway.
So with it, okay, so maybe without.
But you could still use it you might have the opportunity to use it on a saving throw. It's any time within the next 10 turns, right? It's not, I can tell you now, this is not going to go another 10 fucking turns. So
Okay. Still giving it to Atlas because you're there. So
awesome. However, what I would say is
it is also my reaction, so that's my reaction.
Cool. So that kept the Sabro webbed. It is in melee range of Atlas, and it does have a second action. So I am going to... the Sabro is going to attempt a slam attack on Atlas. Well, we've got to beat what was it? A fucking 18?
Well, it's now 20.
Because you've got a +2 to... Okay.
Yeah.
22. It hits.
Isn't it with a disadvantage?
It is with disadvantage. Shit. This thing is so cooked. 9. It's a miss. Well, fuck you, Sabro. No dice, mate. Aspen, you are up.
Okay. Aspen is going to I'm gonna go ahead and, taking inspiration from the rave scene that I hang out in all the time, as I cast Starry Wisp at the Saburo, it's going to be like a laser shot. So it's a mode of light at one creature or object, ranged spell attack. So I'm going to hit it with my laser beam, my laser projector.
Yeah.
My laser projector flute, because, you know, that's just who this person is now.
Love it.
So I have
this music's quite fitting, right? Like we could. This feels like you know this tune from the rave scene of Alessandia, you know.
Absolutely.
My green screen looks like one of those like graphics equalizers.
It does.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That was not. Sorry. That I rolled 2.
Okay, so we
have.
Yeah, so you wanted to roll. Well,
I just wanted to roll 1.
Well, any attack roll is with advantage because this thing's webbed, so there is that.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, I missed then.
You did miss. Yes, that's true.
Because that was at advantage. So, right? So.
Yes, it's a miss.
Yeah, spell attack. So I shot off a laser light and I missed.
It ricochets off a wall and echoes, and the Saburo, still in this web, is just writhing around, trying to thrash its way free as we go. Any other movement, anything?
Oh, that was my action, my bonus action. I'm gonna once again cast Bardic Inspiration, and Abby has not yet gotten a buff, so I believe you can do it to Abby.
Love it.
Oh, you may.
Cool. Awesome. Avery. Go.
If I throw my flame at the web, is it going to deteriorate the web, or is it just gonna like cause burn to everything that's on the web?
Both.
I kind of wanna. I mean, wait. How long does web stand for? Is it like almost gone?
It's a concentration spell, so it will last for, I believe, 10 turns. But if you're attacked, you have to make a concentration saving throw. But at the moment, nothing can get near you, so it's You're just like chilling because nothing can actually land a melee attack on you.
Hell,
Well, the flame
fucking
isn't
yeah.
concentration either.
I don't think so. No, I don't see anything that says concentration on it.
Yeah, I'll keep just in your hand for now.
Okay, yeah, I think that's a good idea, probably. Shit, then what am I gonna do?
Well, you can still cast anything that isn't concentration.
Yeah. Yes, that's another good point. If you make another spell that requires concentration, the web is going to disappear completely.
Yeah, because we have
Got it.
all done that before.
Indeed.
But you do have other attacks, like Ice Knife.
I was just looking at Ice Knife. I think I'm probably gonna cast Ice Knife.
Give it. Yeah, let's have it. So you are going to cast that. You need to make your... is it a saving throw on my end? So make a
It's
ranged
dex,
spell attack
yeah.
against the target on a hit. The target
Four-
takes piercing damage.
14.
Hit. Oh, okay. So so you need to do a...
No, sorry.
It's an
Ice
attack...
Knife, she rolls with
Yeah.
a +6.
Yes, that's right. So you do your your attack roll first with a +6, and then there's also going to be a dex save as well.
So that's a D20 +6.
Yeah, with advantage because it's webbed as well. This fucking Sabro, man, you make an enemy that you're like, this is gonna fuck them up, and it's like, nah, we'll just web you and then just fucking take pot shots from distance. It's fine.
My bad. Here you go.
21 is 21 certainly a hit. If you can roll a D10. D10 for the piercing damage. In the meantime, I'm going to do the dex save, which is a 14.
A 9.
9 damage for that. A dex save of 14. Dex for the Saburo. Okay. 14 to beat. 8. We're going to take the rest of it as well. Give me a further 3d6 damage as well,
great.
please, Avery.
What does that mean? Like 3d6?
Just click the
So you roll
d6 three times.
3d6. Yeah.
Oh, got it. Hell yeah.
+8. Wasn't it?
Is it?
+6.
+6.
So it's a 9 and a
12.
6, yeah, for 15 in total. Is that right? Am
Yeah.
I? Is there? Sorry, is there a plus to that I'm missing? I just see it as 3d6
No.
damage.
You're right. Yeah, and then the 9 before it.
Plus
so
the
a
9,
total
yeah,
of
so 15. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. That is cool. I'll tell you now, this thing still looks pretty alright, but it's despite the damage that has been chucked out to it. None of you lot have been hit at all, have you? You're all at full health, except for Abby, who is 2 below from the water he drank, which has proven to be the most fearsome enemy in this fucking place. Avery, any movement bonus action?
I don't think I could do a bonus action. Can I do a bonus action if I'm still holding my flame?
You could wild shape if you wanted, but if I'm totally honest, I don't know that it would be a huge advantage to do so.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chillax here and go, ha! Get
Nice.
stuck, nerd.
Love that. We are back to the top of the initiative, and it is our 3 fledglings, 2 of which are unwebbed and can move and attack, if you can imagine such a thing. One of them is webbed. However, the one that's webbed is in melee range of Atlas, so that one is going to go first with an attack roll. 18 to beat. I don't hold out much hope.
20.
20 to beat. 19! It got so close! This poor thing! That was the web one. It misses. The other 2 are... They're going to move up to... where's
You're not going to
my-
take me on. Where are you going, fish boys? Fish fillet time over here.
This one is
Try my
going
sword
to... Actually, it's going to have to go for Atlas because otherwise it's going to provoke an attack of opportunity anyway. So they're all going to. So the other 2 are also
Want some of this?
Of course, the webbed one should have attacked with disadvantage anyway, but I'm not going to worry about it now. So first one rolling, trying to beat a 20. Absolutely, it can. The only way for this creature to beat a 20 is to crit. So it's no good. Three misses from our fledgling friends. No good. Abby, back to you on the. I should have done this before the fledgling attack. There's going to be another
Oh, the big burr.
legendary action from the Sabro. It's not managing to do very much else, but it's going to do another belch. So once again, everybody except Abby, give me that con save. And it's a 15 to beat on the con save.
Are we then going to redo the attacks? Because I might be out of range.
Sure. Nah, we won't.
Oh, I passed anyway.
You passed anyway. I tell you what, I need to find a better system for combat. I do not understand how there's so many things to keep track of. It's ridiculous, like status effects and all that kind of thing. It makes it virtually impossible. Okay, so we've got 2 fails. Atlas succeeds. We've got the sisters, the twins, I should say, are thrown back basically to where Abby is as well. Something else happens, by the way, when you hear when the Sabro belches. It obviously opens its gigantic mouth wide, and you hear from within it a cry that says
That people are inside.
that says, "Help us! Help!"
Oh no.
So that's
You have to
something.
That
save
came
the
from
people.
inside the big thing?
It's come from inside the Sabro. It echoes in its gigantic mouth. Right, Abby, you are up, my fine fellow.
Alrighty. Okay, sorry. My brain's being pulled in a couple different directions. I was looking for a combat tracker online to help you.
I actually have one. It's just yeah. Never mind. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, the simple ones, I don't know if they have like status effects that like you could put onto the list to help with triggering timing and stuff. But
I don't think I can't set it
um,
up mid game, so don't worry.
yeah. Okay, so I think that so how distinct were the voices that we just heard? Like,
You just
Is
heard
it-
one female voice.
okay, one female voice from inside the big amphibian.
Inside the Sabro, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well. I think that creature's trying to mimic human speech. We should. We probably shouldn't trust it. And.
What?
I
can just hear him sort of mumbling in the back.
We're gonna do another second level chromatic orb
Nice.
with lightning.
Attack roll
I'm
is
guessing.
with advantage.
Oh yeah, still with advantage, and the creature has a +2 AC, right? Because I still have it still has
Yeah,
coverage.
you're still half cover. What I would say as well, you've also got a bardic inspiration that you can use if you want, but you have to decide that before you roll.
Ah, okay. What's the effect of the bardic inspiration again?
It gives
It's
you a
a
1d.
+8.
Oh, +8, yeah.
Or sorry, it's a 1d8.
Oh,
you're right.
yeah,
It's a
1d8. Sorry.
Okay, +1d8. Okay. Yeah, I will use it.
Cool.
So that's a d8 on top of it. Okay. Roll. Oh, not the best roll.
What have you rolled there? A 1d20.
How did that happen?
I don't know what you've rolled there, but it's not what I was expecting to see.
No, it did not. It did not do.
We'll call that. Let's do a do-over. So it should be first. You're rolling. You're rolling with advantage. With any, and then just use and then a 1d8 in addition.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there's the
And
d20 with advantage.
That looks to me like a 20 on the dice, if I'm reading that correctly.
Is.
For a critical success. So look, it's going to be a critical hit.
Okay. Special on a crit? I don't think so. Okay.
And so this is going to be 68.
Oh, 68. Okay.
Yeah, because it's going to be double dice.
Oh, then it should be 8 because it's cast up a level, so it's standard 4d8.
Then give me 8d8. Thank you.
All right, 8d8. Here we go.
Fuck!
Over.
33!
Okay. And I did roll double numbers twice.
Oh my god.
So there's damage on Big Boy, and then it's gonna jump to one of the fledglings.
Yeah.
So is one of them still webbed?
I think are 3 of them still alive? I think they are, right? In which case, one of them is still webbed, and the other 2 are not.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump it to the webbed one first.
Yeah.
Since that attack roll will have advantage.
Yeah.
1+6 advantage roll. Definitely
a hit.
19. Okay, so that's gonna be 4d8. Okay.
These look, I don't mind telling you, these things have 6 HP. So there's a real like using a sledgehammer to crack a nut feeling to some of this. Like this thing just again explodes. It fucking pops all over the walls again. And you've got another one to hit as well, right?
So I think how did I?
Do you do it Do you do it for each pair of matching dice?
I was just trying to clarify if it's like so if you roll the same number on 2 or more of the d8s, the orb leaps to a different target of your choice. Make a attack roll against it and make a new damage roll. Okay. So only if I rolled doubles on the second damage roll, which I already don't remember what I rolled.
I might be able to see the record of that. That's
yes,
the one.
you did. There's a 3 and a 3.
Yeah.
Okay, then it can jump again.
Oh my god.
Slot level above. Yeah, so it can jump once more.
Okay, you know what to do.
Yeah, it'll jump to another one of the fledglings.
So this is not with advantage this time, the attack roll.
Correct, yep. 16.
16, yeah, it hits.
Alright.
If you manage to fail, if you don't manage to kill this, then something's gone horribly wrong. Yeah, it dies. There's one there's one fledgling remaining. The one that you. So this chromatic orb fucking lights up the Saburo, which it leaps to 2 fledglings and bam, bam, just these 2 things almost instantaneously pop, and the walls now are covered in a lot of very gross fledgling viscera. Cool. Anything else? It's been quite a turn, hasn't it?
The end of his turn.
Nice. Next up is Atlas.
Right. Let's see if we can finish this big boy off. I might as well attack with Divine Smite again.
All right. It's with advantage as well, of course.
With advantage. So let me roll my attack.
I cannot believe
Martin,
how much.
Can you? Is it known knowledge to us when does the Saburo's legendary actions trigger? How often do they trigger?
They can do 2 per turn, but it just depends when they do them.
Okay.
There's something else that it's able to do, but it can't do it at the moment because of the web. So you've really cut it off at the knees with that. So that's a 20. So yeah, certainly a hit. So you can add on the radiant damage to an attack roll.
This thing has massive HP, though.
It's huge.
I'm really vibing with this music.
It's good, hey?
It's so fucking
A
good.
26. And then, Atlas, you've got another attack, correct? So let's have
I do.
Let's have another attack roll with advantage.
1 second. 15.
Do you have any? It's a miss, unless you've got any kind
Oh,
of.
I've got that what? 1d, is it a 1d8 that I can add on?
You should do it before
Was
you
it
roll.
1d4?
Really.
Oh, sorry, are we talking the advantage? Because you have advantage if that was the...
Oh no,
if we're
then I don't. No, then I don't.
No.
So it means I still do 4 damage.
Fine. It's looking a bit gnarly now. This thing. It's not loving life. It's beginning to, as you're opening up wounds on it, you see like disgusting dark blue pus starting to leak out of these crevices that you create in its hideous exterior. This thing is looking really desperate now, and as a legendary action, it's going to use its belch again. So I think only Atlas is going to be in range for this now, right? Because it only just used it and sent the twins flying. So Atlas, if you can give me a con save 15 to beat.
This one you can use the advantage because it's a saving throw.
There you go.
Is it the end of its turn already? Oh no, it does the belch whenever it wants.
Yeah, it's a legendary action, so it can do it
Okay.
after it does it after your turn.
Nice. And you said it's what advantage is it? Oh no, it's just a regular straight advantage.
You get it.
It's a,
Well, no,
it's a-
you get... If you have not used the Silvery Barb's advantage, you get 1 advantage on a saving throw.
Okay, well, I'll use that now.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, it's con save with advantage. Staying put.
20.
Nice.
Okay.
Come on, big boy.
I mean, it's pretty
Show
gross,
me what
Atlas.
you got.
This thing has blasted you in the face twice with like a point blank range with this gross belch, but you stand firm against the gust, the gale of disgusting Sabro belch. Awesome.
Also, we're on the wrong screen.
Yeah.
Oh, we are, aren't we? How the hell did I do that? When did I?
But it literally only just did
It just
that.
happened.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. There we go. That's my fault. Cool. Let's go on to the next person on the initiative, which is, I believe,
Fish boy.
it is the Saburo. All he can really do is no. You know what? He's desperate. He's going to attack. He's going to do his attack. He's going to make 2 slam attacks against.
Is he?
I will
So
also say he does still have Bane on him, so it's when they make an attack or saving throw before it ends, they subtract 1d4 from the attack roll.
Cool. So and it's a 20 to beat, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, fine. What the fuck am I doing? Where's my thing? Right, there we go. Right. Attack number 1 coming in. And then we're gonna, and actually I'll take the 4 off here. So it's gonna be that. Miss.
All right.
And then
So it's impossible to hit me.
it could crit though.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Well, even then, this
Oh,
is
that would deduct still, wouldn't it? Yeah.
it's up to 1 minute as long as I don't get attacked and drop my concentration.
You don't know its modifier though, Mikey. To be fair. So.
Is it not +3?
Well, its actual modifier is +7 to its hit. So
so you're taking it off there. Yeah.
But in this case, it's a double miss again. This thing is fucked. It cannot get free of the web, and it cannot land its attacks. It just is raging, but not in a D&D way. Aspen, you're up.
Much like Martin right now, you motherfucker.
Hey, I'm just here to facilitate the story. If the story is that you beat some fucking mud skipper's punk ass, then that's the story we tell.
Beat the shit out of this woman wearing a mud skipper outfit.
Hey, careful.
This thing is bleeding pretty heavily now.
What is it bleeding?
Disgusting blue blood.
Blue blood.
Delicious. I'm gonna once again Starry Wisp with my laser projector flute. Just the worst high-pitched whistle. I roll +6. Against the Sibiru. Is it at that advantage?
It's still webbed, so yeah.
Webbed forever.
Natural 20.
Big old crit.
Alright, so that's
Show me what you got.
4d8 then. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow.
Nice.
Cool. This thing is looking really gnarly. It's screaming about, and you hear the voice come from within it again. Help us! Help! Anything else, Aspen?
Is anybody on the team looking hurt? Or just no, the only damage that's been taken was the little bit.
Water
Okay.
damage.
The water damage I took earlier.
Okay. Nope. I'm gonna stay right where I am, and I don't have. I mean, I've got one more bardic inspiration, but I'm gonna hold off.
Cool.
I've already used 2. So.
All right. You are where you are. In that case, Avery, what you got for me?
I mean, like.
Wait. Hang
Yes?
on. Sorry. Can I shout a suggestion to Avery?
Sure.
Avery!
Hi, Aspen.
You remember that one time
I think
when
you're standing next to each other.
you use
I think we are.
command? You have the ability to do command once a day. Maybe you could tell it to throw up.
Oh my god, you're so smart, Aspen. There are people inside of it. I don't really want it to explode with the people all inside him.
I don't know, mates. I think it's a trick.
No, because I think he's a creature formed from water, and they can eat people. I think he's eaten the people here.
What?
Yeah.
Hey! What's going on?
Don't worry about it, Atlas. Stab it.
Is it my turn now?
Yeah, it is your turn.
Okay. Is it? It's not concentration. No, it's not. Okay, then I am gonna use command, and a one-word command.
Yeah.
One word command.
To be fair, it does say from these options: approach, drop, flee, grovel, or halt. We'll call this drop.
Drop. Okay.
But we can put colour on it and say that the word is vomit if you want.
Vomit!
or hurl, or whatever you want to call it.
Hurl! Ooh, hurl's great. So I use command. I point at the giant Saburo and say, hurl!
It's got to be a wisdom 14 to resist this, which presumably is with disadvantage as well, right? Is it disadvantage on saving throws or just attacks?
It's a saving throw, so it's not an attack.
Okay, so it's just a
Straight roll.
so no disadvantage. Okay, wisdom.
It might have Bane, the -4. I don't remember if the -4 is also against.
Could you check that while I just look
Yes,
up its wisdom? Thank you.
Yes,
okay, cool.
saving throws are included. So
Okay,
the
so
minus
-4 on this roll. You got it. All right, trying to beat a wisdom 14, which essentially means we're trying to beat a wisdom 18 with the -4. Let's go. No fucking chance. Rolls a -1. Yeah, it's fucked. You watch as this thing, encased in webbing, begins to like. It doesn't seem to know what's going on. Its eyes like pop wider, and it's like, and you suddenly see the most bizarre thing. It opens its enormous mouth wide, and you see two people come flying out of the mouth of this thing. Atlas, you immediately recognise one of them as Adafred, the proprietor of Sapphire Springs. The other person you don't recognise, but the two of them come flying out of the mouth. As you can imagine, covered head to toe in disgusting gunk. They're like it's like dripping off them.
Excessive snail trail.
Can I
Yes.
if they're flying out of the mouth, can I grab both of them, one in each hand, sort of like?
Well, the
Sort of
only
standing
issue
right
is,
there.
right, I think they would probably be still in the web. So I think they come
Unless-
flying out of this thing's. I think they come flying out of this thing's mouth, but just hit the web as they come out. So you see these two figures just like, oh, like stuck in this web.
Yep. That
But
sounds
it can
about right.
belch. It can belch though, so it can open its mouth. So surely the web around the mouth there's no web around the mouth. Because if it was webbed shut, then it wouldn't be able to belch.
No, I don't see it that way. I see it as it's kind of more like an all-encompassing sort of dome of web, you know?
Dome of web. How's the belch getting through?
Don't worry about it.
The gaps
It's
in the
air.
web.
Yeah, the gaps. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
a it's like a
Full
net.
human.
It's
but
like a
it lets
net.
Air through.
It's like yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah,
it.
that
So
makes sense to
That makes perfect sense.
Okay, guys, don't.
Atlas.
Yeah,
People.
web is like lightly obscuring. It's not meant to be like airtight.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
So
here's
these
the
two
thing, though.
figures. Yes, go.
How dead are they from the electricity that I've shocked through this thing? Are they like super dead?
They don't look in great condition overall, I would say, but they do both seem to be alive and quite startled by what just happened to them. I would say they are not in
Well,
great
look at me.
shape, and that if there is one issue to consider, it's that they are right next to the Saburo. So, just something to think about. Cool.
Hello, it's me, Atlas.
Whose fucking turn even was that? That was Avery's
That
turn,
was
right?
me.
Avery, have you got
That was
anything
me.
else you wanna do?
I mean, can I use healing word to give more healing to those people that just got spewed out, or at least one of them?
Hell yes, you can. Yeah.
Then I'll
Actually,
do
hold on
healing.
though, because healing word. Oh yeah, you can see. That's fine.
Yeah. It's
yes,
a bonus action.
that's absolutely fine. Yes, you can. So give me a 1d4 plus your. Oh no, sorry. It's going to be 2. Is it 2d4 plus your
Yeah, plus
spellcasting? Plus 3. Yeah.
Okay.
And let me give you your options. One of them is the elf proprietor of Sapphire Springs, whose name I've said a bunch of times and can't remember, Adafred Olbernian. The other one is a male dwarf who comes out dressed in ruined, but what? In fact, he's dressed in like almost like pajamas. He's in like white pajamas. They were previously white. Now it's a bit more difficult to distinguish their colour.
Beige.
So who do you want to help?
I'll help Adafred since
Nice.
that's who We kind of know at least.
She has a name. Okay, so let's have it. Thank you. It's 9. Brilliant. You see her, like her disposition lifts slightly, and she looks a little better. Cool. We are back to the top of the initiative, and this thing is still fucking webbed. I cannot believe it. Fledglings are gonna try and attack Atlas. Oh no, they're all dead, aren't they? Are all the fledglings dead?
One of them's alive, right?
One of them's alive. So
There's two
one.
tokens.
Yeah, I know. I need to get rid of it. That's what I mean. There's too many fucking things to keep track of. So we are trying to roll an attack against Atlas. Doesn't hit as ever. There's these things just snapping at air constantly. And let me get rid of that
Little
additional
weird worm mouth.
token. Cool. So Abby, we are back with you. The Sabro is looking in not good health.
Well, I mean, let's see. What are my other spells at this level? Not looking like it's in good health, huh? I'm gonna guess that since this is a one-shot metagaming here, we probably don't have another big fight ahead of us.
Well, given that we're supposed to end the stream in about 12 minutes.
Yeah, there is that as well. We might run over a little, folks. I hope that's okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
I am going to cast Chromatic Orb at 3rd level.
Okay, nice.
You're gonna fucking
So
kill
I'll
all the
just
people.
add just a little bit more, and it's still advantage, right?
It is still advantage against the
The
Sabro.
big boy.
Yeah.
Oh, 17. Is that a hit?
It does hit.
Okay. In that case, it is how much damage? 5d8.
What the hell? Are you a level 5 character?
Yeah.
You're all level 5
Well,
characters.
I'm upcasting this, so it's a level 1 spell that I'm upcasting at 3rd level, so it adds 1d8 per extra level.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
All right. Yeah.
31.
That's doubles.
Nice.
And you got a double. Do you want to finish off this fledgling? Mate, honestly.
I'm gonna try. We'll see.
Go on then. Give me the attack roll.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I got to attack roll first. Without advantage though.
No
so
advantage. This thing. Nah, it
Okay.
hits.
Well. Okay.
It hits big.
2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 5. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dead. So one more fledgling bursts into against the walls. The Sabro. How much damage was it? 31.
Yes.
You watch as this chromatic orb, lightning, envelops the Sabro, and it begins to shudder, and its eyes widen, and it looks like they're fit to burst themselves. And the
Okay, now make the creature noise.
This thing, thank you. Yeah, sorry, I just need to clear my throat. And the Sabro, with an almighty sound, just bursts. Like exactly the way the fledglings have done, but, 50 times the size. And this enormous fucking huge wall of gunk and viscera. I need Atlas, I need a constitution save from you. And I'm going to roll one for the 2 NPCs as well. 15 to beat. They fail.
Yeah.
You fail. as the Saburo explodes, Atlas, you are thrown back, basically all the way to where the rest of the A team are, and you fly back and kind of bowl into all three of them and knock you all over. The two.
Should we roll for damage?
No damage. The two other characters are thrown up the sewage stream about 20 feet and land in the gross sewage, and they both get to their feet and begin to survey the scene around them. You are out of initiative, and the Saburo has, frankly, with a lot more ease than I anticipated, been defeated.
Yeah, come on, man. What's your problem?
Web was a devastating move for the Saburo. It could not get free. And you are...
Honestly, though, we almost hit the 10 rounds. It almost outlasted the
and I wasn't even keeping track of that, so I'd have had to guess at some point. I'll tell you now, the day that I do a fucking 10-round combat in a one-shot is a cold day in hell.
A long time.
You are out of
is that
initiative.
what your next one-shot's called?
A cold day in hell.
A
I would
cold
like to-
day in hell.
Yes, Aspen.
I would like to run over to whoever wasn't healed, the unnamed person,
Yeah,
and give them a healing word.
certainly.
What's the word?
What is
That
the
is
word?
the word.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the word.
Literally
cool.
all I can think of is lullabies. Hush, little baby, don't you cry.
There you go.
And that's all I got.
This poor dwarf and elf stood next to each other side by side, just like dripping with grossness, a combination of sewage and whatever saliva or similar this thing had. After a moment,
Oh, and then
you see coming up the walkway. Obviously, Aspen and Avery, you haven't met this figure before, but Alden, aka Manuel, emerges from his kind of hiding place and says, "I heard an awful sound. Did you? Has the beast been destroyed?" How are you all feeling after this encounter? You're all feeling absolutely fine in terms of HP because it didn't land a fucking single thing on you. But you know, emotionally, how's that experience been for you?
Refreshing.
It's been all right. Abby's still a little skeptical of the people that came out of the beast's mouth, but ultimately he's willing to roll with it.
Ethan is not entirely sure whether or not we're being punked right now, and this is part of the whole experience,
Yeah.
or whether they're just like having a badass day. Not sure, vibing either way.
Avery's vibing. Avery's like, hell yeah. I kept that beast in place the whole time we fought it. Hell yeah.
Nice. I guess Alden and Adafred and our thus far unnamed dwarf approach.
Oh, Manuel! I'm glad to see that you are alive. I've killed the beast.
He just doesn't even acknowledge this address to this Manuel person, but he just looks around and sees the remnant of this awful, exploded, gross thing. So you did.
This is an even better story than the goat story.
Adafred steps forward and looks at Atlas, and she goes, "Oh yes, you're the goat person, aren't you? I am so pleased you could come back and join us again."
Well, you should be, because a couple of minutes ago you were going to be that thing's dinner.
Yes.
I think
The shock kind of
confidently.
the shock sort of registers on her face, and she sort of looks around wide-eyed and sort of drops to her knees, and we lost so many. And she turns to the dwarf. She's like, Angus, you and I were the lucky ones. She rises and embraces this dwarf, and then sees Alden, and he comes in, and the three of them go for a hug. And she's like, come, let's get out of the sewers. She leads the group of you up to... yes, go ahead.
As before we go, can I prestidigitation them both and
Hell
clean them
yeah.
up?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
You look like you got a bit of gunk on you. Let me clean that off for you.
Thank you so much. Aye, thank you, my friend. She, Adfred leads the group of you up to the surface. And,
what time do you think the bar's going to be open tonight?
give me a charisma with disadvantage. Atlas just being as just obnoxious and unlikable as possible. DC, it's a DC 20 to beat with disadvantage.
What? With disadvantage?
With disadvantage.
Damn.
Don't you have like a +5 to charisma?
Can't even +4. Go.
A 5. A 1. It's a natural crit fail, actually. Adfred looks at you with disgust. She says, because of what you have done to help us today, you may sleep in one of the beach huts, but do not think of setting foot inside the house.
Bloody cheek.
The rest of you,
Trip will be hearing about this.
I would love to help you. I don't know what's left of our food stores, but you are, of course, welcome to stay until the boat returns.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So much. We are so grateful.
She looks
Oh,
around
she
at
makes-
the damage that's been wrought and says, "It will take time to restore Sapphire Springs, but and we're going to probably need to hire some new staff, I suppose. But I hope that we can restore it to its former glory. We lost several guests. I'll have to locate their details and ask you to perhaps deliver word to Elisandia to distribute news to their families with our apologies."
Well, if you need an extra set of hands, I got nothing but time.
Thank you. Thank you so much. The next...
I'm sure you will do a great job at bringing this place up to its original standards.
Thank you.
But you know, there are some things that money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard.
You fucking dumbass. Fucking idiot. As soon as he said it, she says,
Outer Worlds right now?
she says, "Thank you. You're still not coming in the house."
I'll
She,
give you a sign-up form later.
She leads the group off, and in the coming days, I'm sure the cleanup operation will begin, and no doubt at least 3 of you will be keen to assist with that.
Yes.
But for Sapphire Springs, the future is uncertain. A couple of days later, Captain Highbranch will return to collect you all to bring you back to your places of origin on your return trip. And while the time has not been as perhaps as relaxing as you hoped, it probably wasn't also as stressful as I hoped. So it could have been worse. But I think at that juncture, our adventure today will come to a close. So thank you all. Let's chat. Let's give it up for our players, to Dusky Hughes, to Cope with Madness, Emily Blarg, and to Mike of Pain.